We are live. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and it's the Philly Tall Podcast, and we are back like we never left for the last Eagles live play-by-play of the regular season. It won't be with Jalen and AJ and the starters, but there will be one starter playing. It looks like Smitty is lacing up them cleats. He's 44 yards away from 1K, and the Eagles are going to probably let him play the first quarter and go ahead and get that 1K. But we'll see Tanner, Tank, Ship, Cooper, Dotson, Calcaterra, the backup O line. And I think that is still strong enough to beat the 4-win Washington Commanders. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got DJV, Ken Mallet, Random Anton, the Mommy, Draft Junkie, Keisha, who dropped the first super chat of the day, saying 24-14 without the starters. Let's go, Eagles. And she got them bird emojis in the building. JB Warnock, Taurus, like I said, Keisha, G-Lo, Philly, Dan Philly 602 in the building. Shout out to the real ones. And Ken Mallet in here getting the party started off right with a $20 banger, and he's telling y'all to do what is free and easy and it don't cost a thing. He said hit the like button for our guy Philly Mike. It is free. Go Birds, and salute to Mike. Salute to everybody, because we made it through the 2025 season. It ain't over yet. The 2025 season is now turning into the 2026 season, which means playoffs. As we all know, going back as far as we've been watching football, it's always a 2020 something, or it's always one into the other. So the Eagles won a Super Bowl. You can call it 2017. You can call it 2018 because it was the 2017 season, but it's the 2017-2018 season because the Super Bowl is always in the first couple months of the new year. And hopefully we are representing the Super Bowl for the NFC conference, and then we could take down one of these newish playing good football teams in the AFC, because there's no Chiefs. There might be no Ravens. A lot of teams that been up there for a while has fallen down, but the Eagles still have a chance to get it done. And we're going to talk about scenarios too. But shout out to Ken Mallet for saying hit that like button. It's free. Go Birds, and salute Philly Mike. Brand new, not open. Let's go ahead and figure what we got going on. Once again, every super chat dollar does get you an entry into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. I locked in already all of the January 1st entries, and that will be dropping in a video this week. If you rock with the channel, you know I haven't dropped a video since 2025. I dropped a video on Wednesday, New Year's Eve, and I haven't dropped the video since. Been dealing with some more family stuff, but school comebacks tomorrow. Everything's going to get back to the normal scheduled programming with this channel. But 20 entries for Ken Mallet, 2 entries for Keisha. Let's go ahead and pour up. Shout out to my guy Dave Dust in the building. He said, let's get these likes up early, everyone. You already know. It's free. It's easy. Don't cost a thing, and it's greatly appreciated. Philly Tress said 215. What's going on? You already know. And yo, shout out to Dave Dust. He sent me a crazy little clip of him going Philly strong, I could say, just talking about the Birds and 3 great content creators and their selves. That's 500. That is LB, and of course yours truly. I love it. He got all our favorite stuff in there, things that King Dingbat says he got in there. Lunchtime with the Bullies, that's in there. Philly Mike, sheesh, that's in there. Or no, not sheesh, shame. He included the Philly Mike shame. Shade. You gotta love it. I actually don't have it downloaded to my computer yet, or I would play that for y'all. But while I pour this up and open this up, let's quickly hear a word from our sponsor, because there's a lot of football to talk about. Scenarios, backups, trying to make a name for themselves. Let's hear a word from our sponsor. Now, before we continue, I want to show you something that will make you delete whatever sports book you use. It's called Poly Market, which is a prediction market where you trade on the outcome instead of being locked in on one play. Plus, it helps you keep your winnings. Literally, Sportsbook charge $9 on a $100 win, where Polymarket takes a single penny. I also love how easy the app is. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Let's move over to NFL and scroll down till we find the Eagles versus Commanders. I know we don't know if the starters are playing or not, but I'm going to take the Eagles at what, 76%? You may be thinking, why? I'll tell you in a second. Let's buy it for $50. And the main reason I'm still taking the Eagles is because when I look at this team with Tank, Cooper, Dodson, McKee, and some of the backup players on defense, I still think they can beat the 4-win Commanders. Polymarket lets you trade in and out and or cash out whenever you want, unlike the sports book that blocks trades and cash outs multiple times during a game. Also play anywhere because it's available in all 50 states. So turn game day into payday. Trade live with no limits. Download Polymarket today by clicking the link in my description. Once you do that, use promo code PhillyMike and Polymarket will give you a free $10 once you sign up. No deposit needed. Thank you for telling me I'm muted. To just talk about it one more time, what I said was on Polymarket, I bought it for 76% and it is now 64%. So you can go ahead and sell it right now. If we sold it right now, we could make a profit without the game even starting. That's where Polymarket is different from the rest. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat. It will be in the description after the video is ended. Let's go ahead and see this kickoff though. Sorry, I muted it because of the ad and I lost it. I forgot about it. Here we go. The kick is up and it will be returned Kelly Green style for the Eagles at the 3-yard line, going Shipley up the middle, making a couple people miss, and he gets to about the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. And like I said, you could sell it. The $50 we bought in on the Eagles and make a profit right now because of these starters not playing, except for Smitty. And bada bing, bada boom. Let me drop this in the live chat. Let me drop this in the live chat. And then let's call this game up. So shout out to everybody for being patient. I was late. I was muted. It's hectic out here. It's hectic out here in these streets. Quick pass caught by Smitty for the first down. So Tanner McKee's first option is Smitty, who is the only starter playing because he needs to get that 1K. That 1K is available for Smitty. So why not have him in there with a chance to go get it? Let's go ahead and take this shot. Shout out to Ken Mallett. Anybody else in the building sipping, go ahead and take yours. Real quick, ball at the 49-yard line. They're going to motion Smitty. Tanner McKee going to hand it off to Tank Bigsby, but a flag on the play. Looks like the Eagles jumped. It'll be a false start on the Birds. Who is it? First shot of the day. Shout out to Edworld3644. with the $10 super chat. May the baby birds, may the baby birds hungry hunt. Fly, Eagles, fly. I like it. We can call the backups the baby birds, I guess. I ain't mad at it at all.
Eagles!
Ed just got 10 entries into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. Any player color you want. Here we go. Shotgun formation. McKee stepping up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Pressure in his face early from Deron Payne, one of the Commanders' starting defensive players. And Tanner McKee goes down for his first sack of the day. Deron Payne goes right around number 79 for the Eagles. Who's that? That is Matt Pryor. Got bullied on that play, but it happens. Remember, these are the Commander starters. Now, they've been banged up all season, so there is some backups in there. But we got all our backups in there, minus Smitty. 2nd and 21 for the Birds. McKee, delay handoff to Bigsby. He makes one man miss and gone. Bigsby crossing the 45, back up to about the 50-yard line where this drive started before the sack and before the flag. Bigsby showing why he should get more touches and also can be really showing the NFL why he needs to be a starter running back somewhere. So, again, he's on the last year of his contract. We'll see what happens with that. Smitty is up to 973 yards now, so he needs 27 more yards, and we can sit him with the rest of the starters. Big third down for the Eagles offense. McKee takes a snap, dropping back, quick pass, and it's going to be, too far. Try to get Smitty on the comeback, but the ball sailed out of bounds. That brings up a 4th down, and the Eagles will have to punt. Little Drewski with a $5 super chat, looking like that Kelly Green color a little bit.
Eagles!
He said, cheers, buddy. Let's go, Birds. Let's run it back and keep up the great work. Let's run it back and keep up that great work. Shoot. The Eagles need to keep up the great work, especially on defense, because right now, Seattle got a good defense going into the playoffs, but so does the Eagles. That's going to be interesting if we end up matching up with them. That could be a very, very low-scoring type game, but they're going to have to match up with us because we know the Eagles know how to handle business. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. All right, here we go. Eagles defense is back up. I wonder who on defense gets to play out of the starters. I wouldn't play Quignon or Coop. I think you might have to play some starters in the trenches. I think the linebackers were deep enough where we should be good there as well. Smile Munded, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., let them guys play the linebacker position. Maybe a Jomo got to play a little bit in the middle of the defense. Maybe Jalix Hunt a little bit. But go ahead and rest Nolan Smith, a guy who's been banged up this year. Rest Jalen Phillips. Rest Jalen Carter. Rest Jordan Davis. Because there's no reason to get him hurt out here when, yeah, we could be playing for the 2 seed. And the 2 seed is sweet because if the Seattle Seahawks come out and do what the Detroit Lions did last year, remember, the Eagles were the 2 seed, but we played every single game at home. Why? Because the 1 seed had their bye week, came off their bye week, and got humiliated by the Washington Commanders. Detroit lost, making it the Eagles as the 2 seed, the team that had home field advantage all through the playoffs. So, 2 seed sounds good. If we get the 3 seed, maybe we like our opponent better. If it's the Niners looked real bad last night. I mean, that's a far cry from the 45 points they were putting up on the Colts' head a couple weeks ago. But again, Colts defense ain't Seattle's. And I don't even know if Seattle's is ours. I think both these defenses are really, really good. Really, really good. Brenna said, get that 1,000 yards, Smitty. Need that. He wants it. Team's letting him go get it. Gotta love it. And so the very first play on offense was a pass to Smitty, picking up a chunk of change. He went from needing 44 to now needing 27. So let's go ahead and get it early. I really wish we got Smitty them 44 yards on the first drive en route to a touchdown so then we can let him sit, because we all know what happened in 2023. In 2023, we needed to play our starters to try to get our wild card spot. And AJ Brown suffered something. We're not going to say the name of it, but he ended up missing a playoff game. That weird I word. Here we go. Niners are going to be led by Josh Johnson. No Jaden Daniels, no Marcus Mariota. I did see Jahad Campbell's in the game, the rookie linebacker who's played a lot of starting snaps this year thus far. They're going to motion Debo, quickly throw it to him, and Debo got a lot of room to run. First down and more. All the way across the 30-yard line goes Debo Samuel Sr. Sheesh. Shout out to Brian Hannon with $1 super chat. He took back what he said, but I appreciate the super chat anyways. Once again, every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. There will be free entries. You just got to watch the videos for it. Here we go. Ball to 31-yard line. Pistol formation. They're going to motion Scary Terry inside. Now they're going to hand the ball off to Rodriguez, and he goes up the right side for a short gain. Actually, that is Krosky. I forgot how to say his name, but it's CM. That's what we're going to call him. Looks like that's what we're going to call him. We got 72 likes, 145, 150 people in the building. Hit the like button. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. And it does bring more fans in the building. Here we go. 2nd and 7. Commanders up around the 34-yard line. Shotgun formation. Johnson. Letting the play clock run down under 5. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Pressure in his face. Avoids 2 sacks. And picks up 2 or 3 yards on 2nd down, bringing up a 3rd and short. Trotter Jr. on the tackle. And that brings up a 3rd down. Jahad Campbell missed the 1st sack. Jordan Davis missed the 2nd sack. And Nolan Smith is in the game. So we're playing some of our defensive ends and D tackles in this game just because of, I guess, the depth. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Johnson in the shotgun. He's going to motion the big tight end to the right. Takes a snap. Johnson looking, firing. He got him. Campbell takes him out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down. Looks like a little miscommunication. That is not the big tight end. That is a big Treylon Burks, the former Tennessee Titan wide receiver. Eli Ricks looks like he's in the game as well. So the secondary is definitely showing the backups. But there are some starters inside and on that D-line. Ball across the 40, still in Washington territory. Mark it at the 42. Johnson from the pistol, going to hand it off. That is CM again, up the right side for a short gain of about 2. Gilo said, all my streams straight buns today. Sheesh. Romulus said Commanders about to get lit up by the backups. So look at some key players are talking about. Keely Ringo, 3rd start this season. Jacorian Bennett, 1st start this season. Michael Carter, 2nd, 5th start this season. Most of his starts came with the Jets, though. Here we go. So the secondary is definitely going to be tested. Johnson. Got the ball at the 44, takes a snap, pressure in his face, throws it on the run, and it's incomplete, almost picked off by Jacorian Bennett. That is Trotter from the linebacker position, getting in there and making it spooky for the quarterback, but a flag on a play. Here comes those flags. Come on, bro. Keisha Harris said Hunt's out there too. So, yeah, we've seen Hunt, Smith, Davis. Holding on the defense, that is Jacorian Bennett. This is a guy that we got from the Raiders in the offseason, late in the offseason, and people wanted to see him play over Dory Jackson. And I got to say this, he literally tackled Terry McLaurin. So, my God. He tackled a guy who was trying to run a route. So, say what you want about Adoree. And I was big on Jacorian Bennett too, but there's a reason he's in this game with the other guys. Here we go. Josh Johnson going to motion Ben Sinnett. They're going to hand it off. No, it's a flea flicker. CM throws it. It's a fumble. He picks it back up, rolling to his left, and he throws it out of bounds. Again, a flea flicker, but the quarterback could not corral the flick. Uche with the pressure, so it's good to see Joshua Uche, who used to get a lot of snaps on this D-line. Think about how far this defensive line has come. Joshua Uche and what's that guy's name that we got from the Giants that we end up not ever playing? I forgot his name now. Somebody in the comment section, let me know. Chat. He was a former Georgia Bulldog as well. But our D-line has come a long way. They're going to hand the ball off to CM, and he's going to go up the right side for a gain of about 4 yards. BG in there with the tackle. So the defense definitely got some starters and some key guys fluctuating in. But again, that's all on the D-line, really. Rico Hearn with a $5 super chat. Green Bay is the ideal matchup, but San Fran don't stand a chance either. I like our chances against everyone, though. That's what Eagle fans need to be talking about with their chest out. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle! Ball in Philly territory, marking at the 48. Quick pass caught by Deebo Samuels, and he's going to take it more into Philly territory, but not enough for a first down. That brings up a 4th down, and it is decision time for Dan Campbell and the Commanders. 4th and 3, still 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Rico Hearn straight up put his chest out like a grown man and said, I think the ideal matchup is the Packers, but we ain't scared of the Niners or anybody. So bring them to Philly. They're going to go for it with Josh Johnson in the shotgun. Ball at the 44. Deebo in motion. Play clock under 4. Johnson takes a snap, has time, throwing off his back foot, caught for a first down. It was a slant route by Scary Terry, and he was wide open. And the Josh Johnson Commanders continue to drive in Eagle territory.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Romulus was the first one to say, but Brian also said it too. Azeez Ojulari. Once upon a time, we were really depending on Azeez Ojulari and Joshua Uche, who Uche played decent. Now we got BG Phillips and Nolan Smith back, so I love that. Under center here for the Commanders. They're going to hand it off to CM. He goes up the right side, and there's no room for nothing. Byron Young, Jahad Campbell, BG, all in there on the stop, bringing up a gain of maybe 1, 2nd and 9. Pretty Mimi said, is he playing today, J Money? Is there somebody near named J Money? Oh, yeah. I have a cousin on the Commanders. What's the cousin's name? Josh Johnson starting this game 4 of 5 for 30 yards thus far in this game. They're inside Philly territory at the 39. Quick pump fake. Next pass caught inside the 30. That is Scary Terry in double coverage. Nice pump fake to get the Eagles a little off bounds, and then a needle through 2 defenders to Terry McLaurin, who I think he's trying to get 1,000 yards as well. The chat is asking for the roots and the flowers to get this team back on track. Let's see if we can get it real quick.
Keep that roots going, baby! Let's go, 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
And you know what comes after the roots, right?
Flowers everywhere.
We love the flower girl, and especially when they're handing the ball off and going up the middle for only a short gain of 2, bringing up 2nd and long for the Commanders. 5:06 to play in the first quarter. This has been a long drive for the Commanders. Eagles have only had the ball once. We got 1 first down and then went backwards and backwards and backwards. End up having to punt. So this is the first Commanders drive, and they're still going. 2nd and 8. Ball in Philly territory, like I said. Let's mark it at the 24-yard line. Johnson pressure, now running inside the 20, down to the 10 or 11-yard line goes Josh Johnson. And I understand it's the Eagles' backups, But this Commanders offense is bullying us thus far in this game. It is early. I got to see the Vanilla Gorilla. He didn't get no penetration though, really. So there we go. D-line had Jalix Hunt, the Vanilla Gorilla, Byron Young, and Nolan Smith. So again, definitely digging into our depth bag. But here we go. They're at the 11-yard line. Johnson under center, hands it off to CM. He goes up the middle, pushing the pile. Down to the 5-yard line goes the young running back for the Commanders. I only know him by his initials. Let's see if I can pull up his name and see if I can say it, because I don't know. CM just sounds bad. So his name is Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. That ain't bad. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. It's JCM, it would have been, anyways. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. All right. I actually can read a little bit. Shout out to y'all. Here we go. 2nd and 4. Under center again. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt up the middle, and he gains 0 this time. Michael Carter, the second in there as well, helping out the D-line. That's Hunt, BY, all the big boys up front. And that brings up a 3rd down. Romulus said Ja'Cory on my fantasy. Uh-oh. 3rd and 5. 2:40 left. Here we go. Vic Fangio in the booth. He's not looking happy on this drive. And I know it's our backups, but you still want to feel confident in your backups, because if something happens to a starter, one of these guys might get an opportunity to come in and play. So they still got to make the most of this situation. And because they're playing around some starters, right? Jahad Campbell's had a couple starts. The D-line is fluctuating everybody in. We haven't seen many games with Joshua Uche and the Vanilla Gorilla in the game, but they're surrounding the Vanilla Gorilla and Joshua Uche at times with the Jalix Hunts, the Brandon Grahams, the Nolan Smiths, the Jordan Davises. The only 2 people that I think here so far are people who are not playing at all. Dean, Bond, Phillips, Carter, Coop, Quinion, Blankenship. They're the ones they definitely kept out. 3rd and 5. Josh Johnson to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Try to get it over the outstretched hands of Cindy Brown and Keely Ringo to Treylon Burks, and it won't work. Now it's decision time again. Okay, Keely played pretty good defense there, and that was actually Trotter, the underneath defender. So Trotter might have tipped it a little bit, ball thrown a little ahead, and Keely Ringo with the short hair actually was able to hold on a little bit, just a little bit. And so Jake Moody comes on, who's 18 of 21, 51 along. This is a real easy attempt, 24 yards. Snap, hold, kick, and it is boink, no good. No good. It was a 24-yard gimme, and he missed it. He missed it. It was a 24-yard gimme, and he missed it. Donk. I love the January donks. Pause. Doinks, I should have said, not donk. that January doink. Let's go. He missed a 24-yard. Give me that. I love me some Washington too, Rico. Shout out to Jake Moody, who's a little booty. Hey, Jake Moody is booty, dog. 24, doink. Oh, Lord, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. They had like a 10-minute drive. They had a 10-minute drive. They converted a 4th down to miss a 24-yard field goal. You can't. That is Washington's season in a nutshell. Now, granted, they've been an injured team. They're not playing good football. I don't know how good Washington is if they were healthy. I'm not scared of them if they're healthy either, but they're probably not a 4-win team. They're probably like a 7-win team. I don't know. 8-win. I don't know. But Moody is booty. This man just ruined a 10-minute. Yo, this. Sometimes you just want to go into the offseason feeling good about yourselves. And they started this game off. Convert on a 4th down. To really miss a 24-yard field goal. Again, that is their season in a nutshell. In a nutshell. And the Eagles got bigger and better things to be actually doing. I can't even talk, to be honest. Pretty Mimi said, Mike, let me find out that you're a poet and you don't even know it. The rapping gets real good once this gets a little lower. It's like, nah, I definitely got no bars. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't really think before I talk, especially on here, especially after a couple shots, you know? We only got one to go today, but that was just funny. You got to love that. Washington is an old team. So, you know, when you got most of your players 30 and over, you're going to get some injuries. So, again, we'll figure it out. 16 plays for the Commanders, 4 for the Eagles on both their opening drives. Booty looking moody over there. I mean, opposite. McKee going to fake it to Tank, stepping up in the pocket. McKee trying to run, and he got sandwiched by 2 Commanders, one of them being Luvu on the tackle, and Deron Payne. That's going to bring up a 2nd and long as well. Tanner took mad long to climb the pocket. Actually, it won't be a sack. He did gain 2 yards on it, but it looked like he took like an hour to climb that pocket. And looked like he was looking in the middle of the field. He had an open guy. Smitty was open too. Tanner from under center this time. Takes a snap. They're going to hand it to Tank. Tank up the middle. Has some room. Tank makes one man miss, but no, gets shoestring tackled. But he does get the 1st down. But you can see as he's pounding on the floor how upset Tank was. He thought he was about to get that whole run play. He wanted that home run. I like the shiftiness that Tank is playing with. He don't just play Tank style football. He can and he will, but he got some shiftiness to him too. McKee takes a snap, looking, firing. That is caught Smitty, and he'll get close to another 1st down, but he's knocked out of bounds by Jones. That is going to shorten that leash for Smitty in the game as he gains 8 yards. So now let's talk about that Smitty countdown, 19 more yards. Correct me if I'm wrong, because remember, my TV's turned up, my TV's muted, so I'm only going off what I kind of remember. Pistol formation, they're going to fake it to Tank. Tanner dipping, dodging, running, and falling forward for the 1st down. Tanner McKee doing his best Jalen Hurts in the pocket. He actually looked a little bit like Jalen Hurts in slow motion. If you cut the speed back a little bit and slow motion it, okay, I can see the resemblance. But he fell forward. Oh, they said he only got 1 yard, needed 2, so they're going to give us spotted at a 3rd and 1. That's ridiculous. Shotgun formation, hand it off to Tank. No, it's fake. Tanner going deep. Smitty over the top, and he caught it between 2 Commanders. And that's the shots I don't want Smitty to be taking when this game don't matter. But that should do it right there. That might have just did it. The 1st quarter's in the books. Let me know in the chat. Is that the Smitty 1K mark? He took a big shot on that play. Tell me he got over there. Smitty climbed the ladder. It's Air Jordan Smitty. Smitty got that 1K? If he did, let's spam it in the chat. 1K, 1K, if he really got it. Did he get it on that one? Let's go. Shout out to Smitty.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Smitty really climbed the ladder between 2 defenders for that 1K. He wanted that, John. He said, "Go." Listen, that was not given to him. It was earned. That it was a nice grab. Listen, if I'm going to get my 1K catch, I'd rather it be something luxury, beautiful like that. Not a little 10-yard speed out where he runs out of bounds. Smitty went up on some. First of all, Smitty's one of the best contested catchers in the game. That's why when he dropped the ball against Buffalo last week, that was uncharacteristic for Smitty. He just don't do that. If it's mano y mano, if it's 2 versus 1, but the ball's placed up in the air, I know that my Slim Reaper coming down with it. Smitty and AJ both with 1K for back-to-back years. Back-to-back years. Division champ, 2 1K wide receivers, and in the playoffs. Let's talk about our birds.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Smitty. Hey, yo, somebody give me that Smitty shot. You know what I mean? We gotta sip that Smitty shot. A slightly less mobile Wentz says 2 times, 9135. Hey, McKee been moving around in that pocket. Once he climbs the pocket, he's not really getting nowhere, but he shows some shuffling feet. And that's because he's playing behind a Matt Pryor, a bunch of, well, we got Brett Toth, Matt Pryor, Cameron Williams, maybe. I don't even know who's all up in there at O-line, but you could tell he's getting harassed back there for sure. He is getting harassed back there. But I like how he threw that pass to Smitty. Clown said you don't see a wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 both hitting 1K before the postseason. Again, and it's back-to-back years. Take a seat on your throne, Smitty. I love that. No more Smitty for the rest of the game. Let that man rest. That man climbed the ladder for his 1K yard catch. Gotta love it. Shout out to Smitty. Here we go. Ball inside Washington territory. They're going to fake it to Tank. Another pass across the middle. And that is Jahan Dotson. Inside the 20 goes Dotson. And the Eagles offense is starting to heat up. It's starting to heat up as Tyler Braswell drops a $20 banger.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
77 catches, 1,008 yards, a 13.1 average with 4 tubs is Devontae Smith. He went 8 over on the climb the ladder grab. Ball inside the 20. They hand it to Tank. Tank up the middle, keeping the legs moving, and turned what should have been a 1-yard gain into a 3 or 4 yard gain. Tank is not easy to take down. But once again, shout out to Tyler Braswell. And all he said was Smitty 1K go birds. Plain and simple.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Let's not make it any harder than Smitty 1K go birds. Plain and simple. This shot going to taste even better because it's off the accomplishments of our guys. McKee dropping back on second down. Quick pass to Shipley, and it goes right through his hands. Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu were waiting there for him, but Shipley probably heard the footsteps and dropped the pass. Let's take this Smitty shot before I get upset about whatever else is going on. Devontae Smith, Tyler Braswell, and Eagle Nation, raise your glass for a dog receiver who don't get the credit he deserves. One of the slept-on receivers in the game. Tanner dropping back, end zone, Calcaterra, and he's in for a tub. Good way to celebrate the Smitty 1K with a shot in a tub while we're talking. Grant Calcaterra, right down the middle, his second career touchdown of his young career. And I know a lot of people poo-poo on Calcaterra as a blocker, and I can't deny it as well. But the guy can catch. The guy can catch. Let's go. Let's go. 9 plays, 80 yards, and Jake the Make will not be like Booty Moody. Dang, that's a strike. Nice little pass. Grant Calcaterra with the first Eagles backup game touchdown. Jake also said that Devontae Smith hit 5K yards and jumped into the top 10 with that catch too. Wow. So we got 2 receivers. A.J. Brown is in the 5K club as an Eagle, and Smitty is in the 5K club. I can't talk. 5K club as an Eagle too. You got to love that. Now, granted, AJ's been here 1 year less, but they're both in the 5K club. Sign me up for that. And the good thing about it is that they literally are still under contract, still in their prime, still going to be playing at this level for a hot minute. Tanner's Bone says clean shots. I can't deny it. Now, again, the Eagles only had the ball for two possessions. First possession, got a first down, but then here comes the flags. Here comes the negative plays with the sack and stuff like that. And we had to punt. And then our defense, mainly because the backups let us down for a hot minute. They had the ball for like 10 minutes. But the Eagles got it back and went 9 plays, 80 yards, Smitty 1K, Calcaterra with a nice grab, and that boy Tanner McKee starting to sling that rock. Kim Black said, woohoo. Phil Skip said, touchdown. Who? Oh, yeah.
Eagles. Eagles.
Again, to sum up team seasons, the Commanders go 10 minutes on a 10-minute drive, try to make a field goal, and miss it, a 24-yard gimme. Eagles, on the other hand, go 9 plays, 80 yards, get Smitty into the 1K, the 5K club, and then say, hey, Grant, you only got 1 touchdown in your whole career. Here, take another one on the starting defensive players of the Commanders. 3 minutes, 56 seconds, 15-yard touchdown to cap it off. Sign me up. And like I always say, this is for Tyler Braswell. He gets 20 entries into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. Any player color he chooses, although he already won one, he still has an opportunity to win another one. There will be free giveaways in the videos that come out throughout the week. Just got to watch them and do what is asked. Is something wrong with my thing? Because I don't see anything coming up on the chat. Hold up. What is going on? Yeah, why did my YouTube chat freeze? Let me see if I can refresh it. Here we go. Ball will be at the 35-yard line. That's where Josh Johnson and company will start. He was 5 for 7 on the last drive. Here we go. They're going to fake the handoff. Rolling to his right. Dumps it off to the tight end. And he gets blasted by number 35 and 54. That's Trotter and Carter Jr. In there on the tackle. Trotter and Carter Jr. did not let him get any more yards than what was none. Trying to refresh this chat. I don't know what's going on with the chat. I mean, I know y'all can see me. I'm out. Let me know if I'm lagging on anybody's side. Josh Johnson drops back, throws it to Benson again, and he gets blasted, this time by Sidney Brown. This man caught 2 passes back-to-back and got punished both times. Sheesh. I can see the chat moving on my screen, but I can't see the chat moving on the big chat behind the screen. 3rd and 7 now for the Commanders. Here we go. Josh Johnson from the shotgun. Johnson gonna take the snap. Looking. Has time. Now pressure in his face. Quick pass. A pass and it's caught. Scary Terry. And he gets inside Eagle territory. Why isn't... All right, hold on. Let's just figure this out. Yeah, so I can only see the chat on my OBS screen, but the big chat to the side, it's stuck some reason. I don't know. We'll get it working in a second. Here we go. 1st and 10. Commanders inside our territory. They're going to hand it off to the... Wow, that's Rodriguez. I thought he was not going to play this game, but Rodriguez Jr. gets his first carry of the day, and he goes for a chunk of change, picking up 10 on 1st down, setting up another 1st down for the Commanders. Smitty didn't have 1K last year. Shout out for y'all telling me. Oh, it was the year before we had 2 wide receivers with 1K. Yeah, you might be right. It might have been 2023. Shout out to y'all. Here we go. Debo in motion. Johnson under center. They're inside our territory at the 26. They're going to hand it off to Debo. Debo outside, and he fumbles, but gets it back. Debo fumbled the ball, but it bounced right back into his hand. What is going on?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
All right, I'm about to exit the page and see what happens. What if I exit the page and see what happens? Hopefully y'all can still see me. Johnson takes a snap. They're going to fake it to the running back. Johnson throws it across the middle. It's tipped up and almost intercepted by number 49 for the Eagles. It looks like it's working now. Looks like it's working now. Who's 49? Is that Andre Sam? It looks like he's down. Whoever 49 is that Andre Sam? Prayers in the chat for number 49. I believe it's Andre Sam. I can't see the back of his jersey. He don't look like Sam. Somebody let me know who 49 is. Dan says, Mike, your feed is perfect. Shout out to you. Yes, I think it was perfect there. I just couldn't see what was going on the YouTube panel, but we're back. I didn't want no super chats to go by or anything important that I couldn't read. This is the one time where you're allowed to spam. Drop the prayer emoji for the young player, number 49. We got 229 people in the building. Hit the like. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing, and it's greatly appreciated. Shout out to the real ones dropping the prayer emoji in the chat. You know how we do for injuries, and it's been a pretty healthy season, so let's keep it up. It's Brandon Johnson says BMI resellers and Jake Ward. Shout out to y'all. Brandon Johnson. Oh, yeah, he was a slot corner that we were playing a lot early in the preseason. I forgot. Forgot that he changed his number to 49 because we let him off and back on the roster. Brian said, Mike, why did the Cowgirls let Trayvon Diggs go and the Packers picked him up and he can play with them in the playoffs? Yeah, well, Trayvon Diggs and the Cowboys haven't been seeing eye to eye for a while now. It was only a matter of time. I think he has a long way to get back to playing elite football, so I'm not going to sweat it. You know, adding Trayvon Diggs is cool, but they still are playing without Micah Parsons. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello? Sorry about that, y'all. Shout out to Red Vapor for the $2 super chat. Let's hear it.
Eagles!
My guy said interception on this drive. So Red Vapor coming in with a $2 super chat off the Brandon Johnson injury, and he's calling a interception on this drive. Red Vapor definitely doesn't play around with these hot takes. When he says them, they normally mean something. Let's see. Ball inside the Eagles 30. They're going to take the snap. Johnson looking, firing deep for a touchdown, and it's incomplete, and Jacorian Bennett will be flagged for pass interference. So Jacorian Bennett has been targeted twice and has gotten PI'd on both plays. He's playing horrendous right now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Playing horrendous football right now. Look at him, just holding the arm with two hands, dog. Two hands. What are you doing? Every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. And Red Vapor got 2 entries into that. Shout out to my guy. A lot of people were interested to see how Jacorian Bennett played this game. In case of an injury, would he be up next? And I don't know, man. He looking real sus. Under center formation, they got a big guy in there playing fullback. They're going to give it to Jacorian Merritt, and he's going to be in for the tub, it looks like, on his second effort. Commanders are saying tub. Eagles are saying no. Referee hasn't made a decision yet. He looks short initially, but the second effort might have been enough. But right now, it looks like they're marking him short. The replay looks like he got in. Jacorian Bennett getting roasted. They're going to mark him short. So far, no challenge. Ball at the half-yard line. Josh Johnson under center. Takes a snap. They're going to hand it off to Jacorian Merritt, and this time he's in. So we got ourselves a tie ball game pending the extra point from the booty named Moody. Sheesh. What's going on in the Bears-Lions game? Let's take a look. Let's take a look of what is going on in the Bears versus the Lions, where that game matters too. Lions are leading at 6-0. So right now, Lions leading 6-0. Eagles tied with the Commanders. If the Eagles win and the Lions win, the Eagles will be the 2 seed. Snap, hold, kick, and it's right down the middle. Moody got a little bit better than Booty. Backup defense is not great. Well, I mean, I guess you can't expect them to be great as a unit. I just wish I wish they would be playing better than what they're doing. Josh Johnson is the quarterback. I understand he's throwing to Debo and Terry McLaurin, and a lot of their starters on offense are playing too, but ain't no way a defense like this, because, mind you, you still got your Hod Campbell, who's played a lot with the starters out there. You had BG, you had Jordan Davis, you had Nolan Smith. Like, the D-line don't got all our guys, but some of the starters are playing. And just the secondary just looks wide open. Wide open. Clown said 6-0 Lions. So did Manta and Rico. Yes. So let's keep that up. Chicago lose to the Lions. Let's keep it up, Lions. Gilo said that Bennett said he was ready to start too. Not on a championship level team, Bennett. Sorry, my guy. Fiction said the Vanilla Gorilla is mid, no cap. Well, yep. I mean, I can't argue that he's great. He's still young. It's his rookie season. There's definitely time for him to develop. He is going to be sitting behind Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo for a little bit. Clint Hurt is a great D-line coach. So there's time for him to get better. But he has not done nothing in his rookie season to warrant he has a shot to be great. So I'll give you that. How the bleep is Bennett on the NFL roster? Not only is he on the roster, we traded for him. We thought he was good. I mean, listen, he was a lot better than what he is now. Not his previous year playing with the Raiders. He getting cooked though. He getting absolutely fried. Clown said, as a Nebraskian, I'm definitely watching Ty. He gonna have to step up. Now's his time to shine. You getting some quality snaps against NFL starters, right? Like when you play against people in the preseason, you're playing against backups. It's backups on backups. These Commander players are their starters. Here we go. The kick will go in the back of the end zone. Almost went out of bounds. Okay. Tanner McKee coming off a 9-play, 80-yard touchdown drive where he got Smitty, Tank, and Calcaterra all involved. Let's see how we follow that up. Let's go. Let me hear it in the chat. Let's hear it.
Eagles! Eagles!
Keisha said, you can't hang on to someone's arm like that. That has nothing to do with chemistry. Yeah. Like being out of place shows chemistry. That just shows getting cooked. Tank Bigsby up the middle, and he'll be taken down right away. A short gain of about 1. Brings up a 2nd and 9. Chaotic said, where's Mac McWilliams at? Interesting. Yeah, they're playing Brandon Johnson in the slot over Mac McWilliams. Or Brandon Johnson might even be playing safety at this point. Cameron Williams, the rookie tackle out of Texas, is playing right now. Tanner McKee takes the snap, looking, firing, and it's going to be caught by Darius Cooper. He's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets an Eagle. First down. Let's go! Darius Cooper on the catch. Covey getting some snaps at wide receiver too, number 18. He ran a deep outside post, and Cooper ran a little speed out, and Tanner hit him in stride. Cooper got 6 targets and 6 catches on the season for 59 yards. McKee going to hand it off to Tank. Tank up the middle, making one-man miss, but he can't make the second as he's dragged down, but not before he gets across the 50. So the Eagles are inside Washington territory. It might be by a half a yard, but I'll take it. 2nd and 6. Ball right at midfield, let's say. A little bit leaning in Commander's territory. Shotgun formation. Tanner is 6 for 8 for 92 yards. Tanner takes a snap. They're going to hand it to Bigsby. Bigsby's going to lose yards. Flag on the play. Actually, he got back to the line of scrimmage, but a flag on the play might change what we're about to say. Actually, it's offsides on the defense, and on that play, Tank had an opportunity to run up the middle and pretty much get more yards, but he's now getting a little too happy feet, trying to cut everything outside. Here we go. 2nd and 1 after the offsides on the Commanders. Tanner McKee under center. They're going to motion Kyle Granson to the right. They're going to hand it off to Tank. No, it's play fake. Now they're going to pass it to Tank, And he got the first down and more. Tank inside the 30, inside the 20, and he'll be tripped up. Tank Bigsby with his first catch of the day, and it goes into a big one, avoiding Harris, and he takes it down inside the 20. Pressure in McKee's face, and again, he made, Maggie miss, Harris miss, and then he runs inside the 20. I'm not sure exactly where they're going to mark him. Yes, at the 14-yard line. We got an empty back set here for Tanner McKee. McKee takes a snap, looking, firing, and it's caught. Granson turns around. Hold that ball, Granson. He's at the 10-yard line. Oh, that Tank. That boy Tank is a tank. Tank is a tank, is a tank, is a tank. Tank looking real vicious out there. He was getting a little happy feet for a minute. Tank saying, yo, play me in the playoffs a little bit. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Said I could catch too. Here we go. Calcaterra in motion. Tanner takes a snap, looking, firing, caught. That is A.J. Dillon, the forgotten man at the running back position. He's going to pick up a chunk of change. That brings up a 3rd and 1. Ernest just said 13-0 Lions. Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. Lions and Eagles and Bears, oh my. That is what we need to be worried about. Lions beating the Bears and the Eagles beating some random team. Gibbs scored, said pretty mimmy. When them Lions beat them Bears, it's gonna feel so good. Dotson in motion. McKee fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, off the run, off his back foot, just throws it into the stands. That brings up a 4th and 1. Eagles gonna go for it. Oh, goodness. Why am I yawning? It's been a long Christmas and New Year break. Ready for the kids to go back to school low key. I ain't even gonna cut. 3rd and 1, and they do a play action pass with Tanner McKee on a bootleg. That was stupid. You got Tank in the building. Now they got Shipley as the running back in the backfield. Tanner under center. And a timeout taken by the Eagles. Bro, it's 3rd and 1. Run it. Now it's 4th and 1. Run it. Michael Peterson said, Tank hooping. There it is. 2 seed if the Eagles win and the Bears lose. 3 seed if we lose or Chicago wins. I want that 2 seed. Need that 2 seed, you heard? Jalen Hurts on the sidelines with the mask on. It's cold out there. It's cold out there. 4th and 1. McKee dropping back, rolling to his right. McKee on the run, throws, and it's incomplete. So the Eagles had 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, and we did not do no run plays. That is coaching problem. It doesn't matter if Jalen Hurts is the quarterback or Tanner McKee's the quarterback. That is a coaching problem. Oh, here goes the coaching problem. Doesn't matter who's on the field. Passing on 3rd and 1 inside the 5. 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. Is disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh my God. Why aren't we playing our backup play caller just to see how he got for this game type shit? You know what I mean? Holy shit. Yeah, that's a shame moment. That's like 3 shames in a row.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Bro, it's 3rd and 1. Then it's 4th and 1. And you called a timeout to think about it. And you called a timeout to think about it. Oh, oh, hell no. What am I doing?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Bro, that is ugly. Jamie Jolly with a $2 super chat. This OC stinks.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You ain't never lied, Jamie Jolly. You ain't never lied. Tab Kelly with a $1.49 super chat with the salt shaker. Yes, we feeling real salty right now. Real salty. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. Any player color you choose. Jamie Jolly got 2, and Tab just got 1.5. Bro, it's inside. And yo, you know what the craziest thing is? The first pass play was a bootleg. If you got Jalen Hurts and you bootleg him out, maybe he runs for it, but you're bootlegging Tanner? Hey, yo. Come on. My son was out there talking about run the ball. My 10-year-old son who played 2 years of Pee Wee football. The dude has understood football for 2 years of his life. Would have ran the ball at least once, if not both times. Shout out to Green Wingman with a $5 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
Still a lot of time left. We're gonna win this. Coach Emil practice, we're still gonna win this. You know, there are some days I think to myself, wow, we really won the Super Bowl with this coach. Bro, even if KP called the pass play, Nick could have been like, bro, no, we gonna run it. Especially with the timeout. Josh Johnson gonna hand it off to Jacorian Merritt, and he gets maybe a couple after keeping the legs moving, and that's actually Chris Rodriguez Jr. with the carry. They got him playing some snaps now. Green Wingman, I can't disagree with you. Because listen, Nick can easily interrupt, especially when you call a timeout. I know they called a timeout because the play clock was ticking down, but bro, you could have been like, hey, KP, we gonna run it this time. Brotherly shove it this time. Do something. Anyways, ball at the 8.5-yard line. Debo in motion. Quick pass caught by Treylon Burks, and he's going to pick up a chunk of change, maybe 6 yards on 2nd and 8. That brings up a 3rd and short. But if the Eagles defense can get off the field in this 3rd and 2, we get the ball back in good field position. So let's go. Big 3rd and 2. 3:35 remaining in the second quarter. The Eagles got ball first. So that means the Commanders will get ball to start the 3rd quarter. That's why that play was even more ridiculous. Johnson going to hand it off on a delay handoff, and he got the first down and more. Needed 2 and picked up 6 or 7. 6, 7. Sheesh. Lions 13, Bears 0, and we had an opportunity to go up 14-7 on the Commanders. Thank God my guy John Newkirk is coming in here and getting Philly Mike right, because I'm a little upset right now. John Newkirk with a $20 banger.
Eagles! Eagles!
1 second. Ball at the 21-yard line. They're going to motion Debo to the right. Johnson hand it off to Rodriguez, and he's spinning out of Eagle tackles. Picks up another half a yard. That's going to be a gain of maybe 3 and bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Commanders. Let's read what my guy John Newkirk had to say. Ain't never been so mad at a winning season. Patullo gotta go. Let's go, Birds. Let's get the 2nd seed. That is the problem, and I agree with you. How are we upset with a winning season? Now, some people will say we're fake fans. Cap. We're just upset fans because we know we're not playing to our potential. And it's proven now because the guy people tried to blame, Jalen Hurts, is not playing right now. And we went down the field and gave up a scoring drive due off the 2 bad play calls. 2 horrible play calls, one of them coming off a timeout. Extra time to pick the right play, and you maybe got worse. Let's take this $20 super chat shot. Shout out to my guy, John Newkirk, who once again said, I ain't never been so mad at a winning season. Patullo gotta go. But let's go, Birds, and let's get this 2nd seed. And again, right now, the Lions are doing us a big, big favor. So this shot is going out to 3 things. First, my guy, John Newkirk. Second, Eagle Nation all around. And third, Lions beat the Bears, and hopefully our starting offensive coordinator can help us win this game. Scary out this mug. It's scary out here with Patullo. It's scary out here. Salute. I think this is the 3rd one of the day. I needed that, John. Whatever you sipping on, let me know. But I needed that. Needed that shot to woo-saw and reset. Because there's plenty of time to get this dub. But when you are down at the 3-yard line, you got to finish it. Just simple as that. Jim Link with a $2 super chat. At Bears game, let's go Bears are trash. Oh, you're at the game right now? Shout out to you. If you're at the game, shout out to you. And the Bears are definitely a team that look like they're going to be like, in the playoffs. I don't got no faith in them. You know? Shout out Aisha Fox, Ken Mallett, Ariel Mass, Keisha Harris, all the channel members in the building. I see y'all. PB said I'm sipping on Japanese whiskey. Sheesh. I ain't mad at the game. Here we go. Here we go. 1 timeout remaining for the Commanders. They got the ball at the 23. Play action. Johnson pressure in his face. Tries to get it away. And it's picked off. Jalen Hunt has done it again. He did it again. He's the best defensive end at picking off the ball. He stole that from Debo. This man got like 3 picks on the season. Jalen Hunt is the best defensive end interception. Jalen Hunt. Wow, he's a dog. Jalen Hunt, the best DN cover guy. The best defensive end at getting interceptions. Hold on, y'all. I can't even spell either. Hashtag Eagles. Jalen Hunt stepped in front of Debo Samuels. Josh Johnson had to get that ball out of here quickly. And Jalen is an absolute dog. Jalix is a dog. Diving interception. That was a diving interception. Eagles got the ball at the 22 off the incredible pick. Tanner going for it. Inside the 10 is Cooper, down back inside the 5. So the Eagles offense answers right after the Jalix Hunt diving interception. Diving interception. You can't make this up. And there's a flag on the play. You definitely can't make that up either. You can't make that up either. Sheesh. Who's the flag on? They're calling a taunting play on. Wow. They're calling a taunting play on Darius Cooper for getting up excited. Bro, the NFL is really the no fun league. It really is the no fun league at all. That's crazy. Let me just finish this last thing and then I'm done. Shout out to my guy, Red Vapor, with the $2 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
Look at that INT. Hey, he called for the INT on one of the previous drives, but I'm going to give him that because he knew it was coming regardless. Tanner dropping back, ball at the 20, off the flag, goes to Dodson, and he can't get the back shoulder spin around catch. That is crazy, though. You get caught, bro, a taunting calls 15 yards, and it was such a baby call. Puka oh my God, Puka with the one-hand catch. Bro, literally took the ball from the 5-yard line and put it back on the 20 on some bullshit flag. Here we go. 2nd and 10. McKee, shotgun. 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Delayed handoff to Tank, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Eagles are once again facing a 3rd and long. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Wow. Jalix Hunt, like, bro, don't let this go to waste. That was my 3rd pick of the season. Ball at the 20, 1:02 left. Big 3rd and 10. McKee from the shotgun takes a snap, throwing across the middle, and it's intercepted. Threw it in double coverage, and it's picked. And he has some room to run. Crossing the 20, up to the 28-yard line, tackled by Kyle Granson. And McKee threw it right to the Commanders guy.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Right to the Commanders guy. I don't know what my man saw there. I don't know what he saw there. He was double covered. Double covered. Back-to-back picks for both teams. But that was an ugly pick. That was like, bro.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Sheesh. That's all I can say, I guess. Tanner threw it in double coverage. That man was sitting there, right there, waiting for the pass. You know, sometimes you get an interception where you don't got to do no work. Like the ball just hits you right in the gut. Like, at least Jalix had a dive in front of Debo. You know what I'm saying? He hit that man right in the gut. It's all right. It's the Commanders, and we'll be able to get it back. Be all right. We will be all right. Shout out to Jim Link, though. Jim Link shout out to Jim Link. My man is at the Bears and Lions game physically and still rocking out in the Eagles chat with your boy Philly Mike and company. I like that. K-Dash said Tanner Ain't no way. Well, remember, he's a backup quarterback for a reason, but I really, 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 really wanted Tanner McKee to play well, and there's still time to turn it around. He has one interception, but also one touchdown. He has a decent amount of yards already, but I wanted him to play really well because he has one more year on his contract. And that could have been an opportunity coming off a good game to end the season against a backup, against a team that has starters in. Like Tanner's not going against the backup commanders. These are the starting commanders. So if he would have put them away on some 30-10 game or so whatever, we can get some draft picks for him. Now I understand people wouldn't want to trade him, but it depends on what the draft picks that'd be offered. But like I said, the zone man is Tanner thought the safety was gonna go with Kyle Granson though. I'll give it. I mean, it wasn't as clear cut as I said at first, but still. Jamie Jolly with a $5 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
1 second, ball to 29. Johnson got the ball with 48 seconds and one timeout. Johnson, empty back set. He takes a snap. Finally takes a snap. Johnson, quick pass caught, and it'll be taken down short of the first down marker. Needed 10, picked up about 8. Clock is ticking. 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. He gets this next snap. Johnson has all the time in the world. Pass caught at the 50-yard line to Scary Terry. And now the clock is at 23, and the Commanders will take their third and final timeout. Jamie Jolly's $5 super chat says, hope all the Hurts haters stop now. The plays are not the best. You're seeing it even with Tanner. Yep. The whole narrative was, let's put Tanner McKee in and see this offense be 10 times better. Well, we have 7 points. Let's put Tanner McKee in and see the offense be 10 times better, because it's not the play calling. It's Jalen Hurts. That's what the people said. Some people said. You know, Philly Mike ain't say that shit. Well, Tanner McKee has had some good plays. He's moved the ball. But ultimately, the offense is still stuck in the prevent offense under Sirianni and Patullo. Thank God we got a Super Bowl championship defense and Fangio. Johnson takes a snap, under 20 to play. He's going to run, pick up the first down, and be taken down by Trotter and Campbell. He's inside the 40. Clock's at 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And he gets a snap off and clocks it dead. According to the NFL, they need about 4 or 5 more yards to get into Booty Moody's kicking area, kicking territory. Now, they're going to send him out there anyways because there's only 5 seconds on the play clock or on the game clock, and there's no more timeouts for the Commanders. But according to the NFL, he's a couple yards back his range. Tanner's going to be all right, and we're still going to win this game. Jake Moody, 0 of 1, missed a 24-yard field goal earlier in this game. Here we go. It's a 56-yard attempt. Moody, stay booty. He kicks it. He made it. He ain't booty no more. Damn, Jake. All I know is this. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is for the Eagles. We ain't scoring more than 7.5. Oh, shit, dog. We got a bum ass. Oh, shit. Moody missed the 24, but bangs the 56. That's crazy. Oh, Lord. 10-7 ball game. The Commanders will get the ball to start the. Wow, they get the ball too in the second half. Philly fan 5, so we need to win this game for the chance at the second seed. Facts. This game is now becoming much more important. If the Bears are beating the Lions 13-0, then this game is, then we're sitting here like, yeah, there's a chance the Lions can come back. But right now, the Lions are handling business. The Lions are handling business, and we over here letting Josh Johnson. And I understand. I absolutely understand that it's our backup secondary. But we have some starters in at linebacker, pass rusher, D tackle. Defense shouldn't be looking this bad. That's bad. Edwin Chamberlain said Nick sat his starters. Yeah, and I actually thought that was still a decent call because, look, realistically, I believed wholeheartedly, and I still do. This game is far from over. But I believed wholeheartedly that Tanner McKee, Darius Cooper, Grant Calcaterra, Tank Bigsby, Jahan Dodson was enough to handle the Bummanders. And I figured that Fangio would play some of his starters in the sense of maybe a Nolan, a Davis, not Carter. Like, the only starters on defense that are not playing is Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship, Zach Bond, N'Kobe Dean, and Jalen Carter and Jalen Phillips. We saw some reps from Davis, Jomo, Hunt, Smith, Campbell. So a sprinkle of the Eagles starters, most of the secondary being backups, and the Eagles offensive backups. I thought that was enough to beat Josh Johnson. But we forgot about the play calling. I know there were so many people wanting to see that Tanner. I don't look. I'm never going to be in an argument of who should be the quarterback. Jalen Hurts is my guy until he's not on the Eagles no more. For whatever reason that may be. That being said, people were like, what if Tanner McKee comes in and throws for, blah, blah, blah yards and puts up 30, 40 points? It's not who the quarterback is necessarily. It's who is the play caller. That is what's killing us softly. Killing us softly. Killing us softly. Commanders lead it at halftime, 10-7. Let me get y'all thoughts. Let me get y'all thoughts on what is transpiring in this game. Shout out to y'all, though, for showing love. 261 still in the building. I want to read some thoughts on this first half. Edwin said Tanner stinks. Kim Black said just got to make some adjustments. Second string standing up to their starters. Aaron said play calling sucks as usual. Blue in the building. Shout out to Blue. DJ V said Hurts is the guy until he's not, and I don't see it anytime soon. Me either. Chase, they're talking about the play calling being not good at all. Keisha Harris said Josh Johnson has been hard to get to the ground as well. We got to stop the missed tackles. That irks my nerves regardless of who's playing. Yes, because missed tackles it's a fundamental thing. If you're trying to hit with your shoulder and not wrapping up, you're not going to make the tackle. And this goes back to 10-year-old football. If a 10-year-old football kid on my son's team or my son misses a tackle, I'm on their ass. And if I can yell at a 10-year-old, or I could be upset with a 10-year-old for missing a tackle, I don't care if you're the 19th string. You made the NFL. Try to make the tackle. S4275 said, can't sit him. Can't sit them. Don't need no defense getting injured with this offense, with this OC. Yeah. I'm also nervous playing guys like Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, and company because if they like our defense is gonna have to be in tip top shape to go ahead and to finish this out. Because the only way it's been proven for us to beat teams is 13-10, 13-12, 10-7. Unless we're playing the Raiders. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Eric said no hiring on the job training offensive coordinators no more. I agree. You have to be from outside the organization. No more upgrading these inside coaches. I don't care. Never again are we sure. Listen, there should be one rule after the season, and it is to never, ever, 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 ever hire inside the organization again. Just shouldn't be doing that. You just shouldn't be doing that. With that being said, hold on, let me see something. BM reseller said at least put Adoree in the game and get Bennett out. Bennett has been getting chewed up, and it's not like he just tackling guys mid play, holding guys' arm for hours down the field with two hands, not even trying to slickly hold it with one hand, like literally grabbing his hand. Like, what are we doing? Hold on one second, y'all. Let me just flip this thing around. What am I doing? Shout out to my guy DJV62 with the $20 banger. Eagles. My guy jumps into the jersey giveaway with 20 entries. Every super chat dollar gets you an entry. He just got 20. Good luck, my guy DJV, who's always there in the videos and the live streams. Let's pour up this halftime shot. My guy saw I was getting a little thirsty. He said, here's a drinky drink. So again, $20 super chat. Could have wrote a whole book in there if he wanted to. And all he said is, let's get a little drinky drink. Hey, DJ, if you got something poured up, you know what to do. You know what to do. Keep that junk tucked in the hand. No fumbled rooskies, you know what I'm saying? Keep that junk right there, right there, right there. Because we about to take this shot together. And anybody else in Eagle Nation got a shot and or anything you're sipping on next to you, go ahead and raise your glass to a quality second half. I'm going to go out there and listen, after we take this shot, I still want y'all to drop score predictions in the chat. So the score is 7-10. I'm going to say we end up this game winning 20-17. 2017 Eagles. No, 2016 Eagles. Go Birds. Shout out to my guy, DJV62, with the little, here's a drinky drink. Green Wingman said we got a second half. You already know. So the first score prediction is 21-10. Woo! PB said we going to shut them down in the second half and still put up through 2 more tubs. DJV said, cheers, my guy. Let me know if you're sipping on anything too, DJ. Trav Junkie says 27-17. So he got 3 more touchdowns, or a lot of scoring being put up in the second half. DJ says 23-17 Birds. Raja said 24-17. Wisconsin 24-17. Primetime says 23-20. A close one. B-Love says 28-10. Brian said, Mike, the Colts played a rookie quarterback and he was playing his first NFL game and he was going crazy. So McKee ain't get no excuses. But I got Philly 24-17. I like it. Stems with a $2 super chat. Appreciate the love and support.
Eagles! Eagles!
Mistake was only letting Smitty play to get 1K. Might have been. I mean, we still got a second half. And again, I wholeheartedly believed in Tanner McKee, Tank Bigsby, Darius Cooper, Grant Calcaterra, Jahan Dotson to get it done. And I didn't want to see any starting player get hurt because that breaks souls to get hurt a game before the playoffs. But again, if play calling is just a little bit smarter, if you run the ball on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, you're getting the first down, you probably get the touchdown, and it's a 14-10 ball game. Big difference. Keisha said 17-13 Eagles. Blue said 28-13. Ken 21-10. DJ said Christian Bros tonight. Okay, I see you. Brian with the 28-10. Pretty Mimi 21-17. Sebastian says 17-13. And BMI says 2017. So nobody in the chat thought and or thinks the Eagles are going to lose this game. And that's why I got so much love for y'all, because y'all believe in them and to the bitter end, just like your boy Philly Mike. We believe into the bitter end, simple and plain. Simple and plain. Real quick, though, before we get back to talking more about the Eagles, let's play another word from our sponsor. And maybe I should check if we should sell at this point. I don't know what the percentage is going to be now, but I'm going to check while we play this clip. Now, before we continue, I want to show you something that will make you delete whatever sports book you use. It's called Polymarket, which is a prediction market where you trade on the outcome instead of being locked in on one play. Plus, it helps you keep your winnings. Literally, sportsbook charge $9 on a $100 win, where Polymarket takes a single penny. I also love how easy the app is. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Let's move over to NFL and scroll down till we find the Eagles versus Commanders. I know we don't know if the starters are playing or not, but I'm going to take the Eagles at 76%. You may be thinking, why? I'll tell you in a second. Let's buy it for $50. And the main reason I'm still taking the Eagles is because when I look at this team with Tank, Cooper, Dotson, McKee, and some of the backup players on defense, I still think they can beat the 4-win Commanders. Polymarket lets you trade in and out and or cash out whenever you want, unlike the sports book that blocks trades and cash outs multiple times during the game. Also play anywhere because it's available in all 50 states. So turn game day into payday. Trade live with no limits. Download Polymarket today by clicking the link in my description. Once you do that, use promo code PhillyMike and Polymarket will give you a free $10 once you sign up. No deposit needed. There you go. Click the link. It's pinned in the comment section. Right now, the Eagles are 50% chance to win and the Commanders are 53%. So if you still believe in the Eagles, now we could buy more and get it at a better rate if we do come back and win, which I believe we all think we will. But we're going to let it ride for a little bit. I got it at a high percentage and should have maybe sold, but we'll see. We'll see. Again, click the link in the description. That giveaway is coming up soon as well. Anybody who signs up and proves to me you signed up, and it is free, 100% free. Don't even got to deposit. You'll get $10 from Polymarket and into the giveaway that will be for Polymarket only. But here we go. Nick Sirianni talking. The kickoff already happened. Can the Eagles defense get off the field and give the ball back to the Eagles offense? That's how the comeback needs to start. Simple and plain. Pretty Mimi said we're going to win. Johnson hit as he throws, and he'll go down. It's incomplete. That brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Commanders. Here we go. Defense starting strong right there. Little play action. Trotter off the edge. Hops Josh Johnson. If he would have got that pass off, it would have been intercepted, or maybe he was just throwing it at the feet because he was in the pocket, but Sidney Brown was there for it. Here we go. Third quarter just started. They had a couple good drives in that first half. Johnson got the ball at the 26. They're going to motion the tight end. Two guys in the backfield. They hand it off. No, it's a quarterback keeper, and he'll pick up 3 yards, taken down by Michael Carter II. And that brings up a third down. Here we go. This is how you start the second half. Defense makes a statement. Offense finishes it. Let's go. That's what we need. They faked it to Samuels, faked it to Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, and Josh Johnson took it up the middle for 2 yards. Big 3rd and 8. Johnson got 100 yards passing, 29 yards rushing. He takes a snap. He's going deep. He's going real deep, and it's incomplete. Jacorian Bennett and Sidney Brown on the coverage. Eagles defense do what needs to be done. Treylon Burks was the intended target, and it's a 3-and-out. That's how you get things back in the right form of order. Oh my God, Jacorian was all over him though. Thank God we're letting him play a little bit because he's getting real handsy. Real handsy. It's the first punt. Wow, the first punt for the Commanders. That's how you know the defense ain't doing good. It's either interceptions, missed field goals, or touchdowns or field goals. It's going to take a go. Oh my God. Thank God it's not down at the 1. It's going to be down inside the 10, though, around the 9. Sheesh. Ken Mallett said, nice start to the second half. Phil Skip said, let's go, Birds. Gregory Harvey said, I believe in them, but not the play calling. Can't cap. Green Wingman said, I think they still win because it would be nice for something to go our way this regular season. Facts. Let's go. Again, a big win here changes the complexion of the playoffs if the Lions hold down the fort. So let's go, Bird fans.
Eagles! Eagles!
Lions are beating the Bears 13-0. Eagles got to go down and score on this drive, change the complexity of the game, which can also change the complexity of the playoffs. Playoffs. Now, again, I just want the second seed. I honestly think if we end up playing the Niners if we're the 3rd seed and play the Niners, I like that matchup. I like us matched up against the Niners and the Packers. I like us less against the Rams, but I'm still picking the Eagles to beat the Rams, of course. Right? We won't be playing the backups. But the second seed just means that if the Seattle Seahawks come off the bye week and pull a 2024 Detroit Lions, then guess what? No matter who we play, they're all coming to Philly. No matter who you play the rest of the way, it's all in Philly. So go Lions, as my guy Dan Philly just said. I'm back. My feed was messed up. Go Birds. Shout out to you, Brody. Miss Blue said, at least the size I wanted. What y'all talking about? Oh, you're talking about the Hertz ones? Yeah. Hey, Pretty Mimi, we still going to link up. I like I said, I've been slacking on the real return email type thing again, not because Christmas destroyed me and I thought I was going to be more relaxed in New Year's. I didn't go on the road in New Year's, but everybody came to the Philly Mike house. So it was like nonstop packed. Oh my goodness. I love the holidays, but maybe it's because I'm just getting old. But this year, I felt like Christmas and New Year's was just super long. There's a lot going on. We got a new puppy. I didn't even realize a puppy responsibility until I got one. Sheesh, I love her to death, but dang. McKee, pressure in the face, has to throw it away, and it will go out of bounds. A free blitzer came in right away in the face of McKee. He gets the pass off in the vicinity of Dodson. That brings up a second down. Luvu just goes in unblocked. What is Tulsa doing? Yo, we got 3 people blocking one guy and nobody blocking Louvu. We got 3 people blocking one guy, but nobody blocking Louvu. They're going to hand it to Tank on a delay handoff. He goes up the middle and falls forward for a gain of 10. Needed 10, picked up 10 and a half, maybe 11. Tank Bigsby up the left side, running hard. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 19.5-yard line. First possession for the Eagles in the second half. McKee, quick pass, caught Dodson, and he's going to pick up 8, maybe 9 yards on 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. Number 0, Sastarina, I don't know how to say his name, with the tackle. Little up-tempo for the Eagles. Tanner McKee hurrying back to the line of scrimmage. Eagles go punt, touchdown, down, punt, touchdown, turnover, and interception. That has been the 4 drives. Pressure, it gets picked up. McKee rolling to his right, throwing on the run, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Darius Cooper, but Reeves with the PBU, bringing up a 3rd and 1. We only need 1 yard, Tanner. You could have ran it and slid. Tanner McKee had a lane. Look at this. Play action. They blitz. We pick it up. Tanner got oh my God. Tanner easily could have ran for the 1st down and slid, but he threw it to a guy who was getting covered like crazy. You got to run that. Even slow Tanner would have got the 1st down there. They're going to motion Covey. Tanner hands it off to Tank. Tank up the middle, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. What's with all this motion on the run, dog? Just run it. Now we got a punt. Green Wingman said that's not his game. I understand that, but we saw early in the first half, we saw Tanner McKee run a couple times and gain 1, 2, or 3. He literally had nobody in front of him, and he needed a yard. The other times he ran, he decided to run when people were right in front of him. I agree with you, Green Wingman. False start on the offense, definitely punting. Bro needed 1 yard and had at least 10 yards of open space. I don't care if you are the slowest quarterback in the NFL. You just run that. You just run that. Here we go. Brady man, the punt. Defense got on the field and did its job, and the offense selling. Oh my God. Keely Ringo with a big time special team play. That's what I like to see, Ringo. That's what I like to see, Ringo. He got down there and blasted a punt returner. I like that. Joseph said it's the JV squad. I hear you on that. Taco said minimum he gains the 1st plus 5 yards, but chose to throw. Yeah, again, it's just a scenario that you got to see how wide open that field is. And we've seen Tom Brady. First of all, nobody tries not to run the ball more than Tom Brady. But even in Brady's career, we've seen when it's that much green grass and that much of a short yard situation, we saw Tom Brady run on 3rd and 2 when it was green, and some more green in front of him. But it's okay. Still early. Mr. Lieber said we need some roots up in this. Let's get it. I think the roots should be more for the offense, but we can do it for right now anyways.
Keep them roots going, baby! Roots on 3! 1, 2, 3, roots!
And you know what comes after the roots, right?
Flowers everywhere.
We love the flower girl. That's for damn sure. Purdy good. 80 said, "Can we get a shame?" Oh yeah. When your defense plays lights out, and no matter who's on the field, starting offense, backup offense, if you just go out there and get a 3 and out and just sell a great defensive stop, you're gonna hear this normally in the Philly Talk Podcast live stream.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shoot, I seen Peyton Manning run the ball in a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 situation with that much green grass. I think Tanner McKee's faster than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. uh, WFO Nutcase said Tanner need to watch that Cunningham tape. Bro, just watch Jalen. You're supposed to be watching him every day. All right, here we go. And the crazy thing is the Bears are being the Bears and choking. And now we being the Eagles and backups and choking. False start on the offense. Commanders going to start this drive behind the sticks. Aaron said Lions are playing lights out against the Bears. I like that. Commanders are pooping on us, though, so I don't like that. Here we go. 1st and 15. 2 penalties for 10 yards for the Commanders, 5 penalties for 53 yards for the Eagles. Ball at the 27. They're going to motion Ben Sinnott. They're going to hand it off to Rodriguez, and he's going to have a nice hole and pick up like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or a lot of yards. Big pickup right there. Up the middle, Rodriguez goes. Brandon Johnson, questionable return with an ankle. Reporting by Mulaney Collins. Here we go. See, you still got Jordan Davis out there in the middle. Jalix Hunt out there too, so you got a couple starters on D. Couple. Johnson, under center. They're going to fake the handoff, play action. Now pressure in his face. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. And the flag's in the area of holding or PI on the defense. See what they say. Holding defense number 7. Keely Ringo. My goodness.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Bro, Keely Ringo literally just tackled him. Wow. Lions with an interception? Man, why are we about to sell this beautiful scenario? Bro, this will be a beautiful... Come on, y'all. Tighten up, dog. Tighten up. Tighten up, dog. Lions over there beating up the Bears. We over here losing to the Commanders. That's crazy. Pretty Mimi said my baby Avante Maddox just intercepted the Bears. See, Avante doing his best Philadelphia help scenario. Avante knows. Bro. All right, let's just focus on this. We got this. Dan Philly said, what the heck was he doing? I'm trying to figure that out. Maddox getting the interception over there. Come on, that's God's work. Johnson got the ball at the 42-yard line. Got a motion, Treylon Burks. Oh, fumble. Ball's out. It's out. It's picked up by the Eagles. The hunt continues. Jalix Hunt. See-ball, get ball. See-ball, get ball. Mystical, mysterious things happen at the link when it's cold. My man's gloves could not have the Odell Stickums on it. That junk hit him in the hands, went through his hands. Then he tried to pick it up, and it went through his hands again. He tried to do the scoopy scoop and score. Get up out of here. Jalix Hunt with the big-time fumble save. So again, Josh Johnson Oh, he got no gloves on. He need to put some gloves on, at least one. Josh Johnson couldn't corral the snap, then try to pick it up and run with it and fumbled it. Eagles football, just like we said. The mysterious power of being at home. This is why the 2 seed is so damn important. Lot 2 in motion. Hand it off to Tank. Tank makes one man miss, but not the second. He'll be taking down a short gain of about 2. I did see a super chat come through. Shout out to my guy, Alex Alex L with a $5 banger.
EAGLES Eagles!
So when the run game ain't doing much, we stick with it. And tonight, when we are getting good runs, we go away from the run. I don't get it. Yeah. Last week we heard KP just said, we ran it just to ran it. We ran it just to run it. Now we want him to run it, and he's not. Tanner, play action. Stepping up in the pocket. Tanner, rolling to his left. Gonna spin and maybe lose 2 yards. Alex L with a perfect super chat. We ran it. No matter, I need someone to get me right. We were literally running it to run it last week. And now we're just throwing it to throw it. Hey, Alex, a good way to point that out. I totally forgot about that. Good way to point that out. We went from running it to run it to now throwing it just to throw it. Shame. Here we go, though. 3rd and 9. Quick pass. Call Covey. And he's going to spin forward for the first down. Covey got hit a half yard shy of first down, but little baby Covey was not going to be denied as he spun around and got the first down. Big time play from Tanner to Covey. Shout out to my guy Joey Sad with a $5 super chat. Talking too fast. With a $5 super chat too. Eagles are starting to feel the flow.
EAGLES Eagles!
Tanner gonna motion Darius Cooper to the left. Tanner from under center gonna hand it to Tank. Tank up the right side, and he's gonna pick up 3, 4, 5, 6 yards. Again, the ability to keep the legs moving is important as a running back because he got tackled 3 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage, but kept the legs moving, literally. Contact, 3 yards. Now he gets 4, 5, 6. They're going to give him 7, so they're going to say it's a 2nd and 3 as Cooper motions to the right. Tanner under center, hands it off to Tank. Tank going to get the first down and more. Needed 3, picked up 5 big ones. Here we go. Please stop and think, play callers. Don't do nothing stupid here. I don't want to see 3 pass plays in a row. Tank is doing his thing. Ooh, we got away with a possible hold right there on, I don't even know who. Sheesh. Tanner McKee gonna motion Cooper, Darius Cooper. Tank gets the ball. Tank running through 2 guys down to the 3, maybe 2.5 yard line goes Tank Bigsby. Let's see what my guy Joey Sav said with the $5 super chat. Just getting here, Philly Mike. Go Birds with the fumble. So my man jumped in as soon as Josh Johnson fumbled. Maybe Joey Sav is the good luck charm we needed. Ball inside the 5, mark it at the 3. They're going to hand the ball to Tank. Tank up the middle, pushing the pile, and Tanner's pushing it too. And he's going to fall forward all the way down to the 1, maybe in. But they blew the play dead before he fell forward. Come on, refs. My man's still up and moving. You're going to blow the play dead. That's one thing. You can't blow the play dead on a running back like Tank because them legs ain't going to stop. Them legs ain't going to stop. Them cleats are made for running. And that's just what he do. All right, 3rd and goal. Let me stop trying to sing. Bro, don't blow the play dead on a guy named Tank. Here we go. Ball at the 2 yard line. Under center. And here comes the... Uh-oh, we got a fight brewing. Ball at the 2, and it was a timeout taken by the Commanders. T. Nicole said, I knew Tank should have been in. I mean, I'm with you, T. You can't be blowing the play dead on a boy named Tank, on a man named Tank. Anthony said, Tank the commies. Let's get it, Tank. Okay, Deron Payne and Cam Williams, the rookie number 73, in for his first start, trying to bully a guy named Payne. I like that energy. But now just block right for this 3rd and goal. Ball at the 2. The Eagles need 2 to score. 5 rushes, 2 passes on this drive. Here we go. Tanner is under center. Heavy formation. They're going to give it to Tank. Tank up to the upside, left side, and he's in for a tub. Tank would not be denied. Absolutely, he wouldn't be denied. That's the 2nd touchdown of the day for the Eagles. 1 through the air, 1 through the ground. Look, I think everybody in the chat should be a play caller because T said it, Philly Trez said it, Dan said it, G-Lo said it, DJ said it, Red said it, Pretty Mimi said it, Taco, Jster, WFO, QB Bully, King Kosh, Keisha Harris. We all said it. You're inside the goal line. Hand the damn ball off the Tank. My 10-year-old son would have handed it to Tank early in the game too. Jake Elliott down the middle, and we got ourselves a 4-point ball game with the chance for the 2 seed. That is super importante. Super important. Super important. Let's go, Eagle Nation. Rise up.
Eagles! Eagles!
The Lions are literally handling business for the Eagle to handle business so we can be the 2 seed. The best way to get to the Super Bowl on a running back season is to run it back the same way. And the interesting thing is the Lions choked after coming off a bye in 2024, choking and losing to the Commanders. And look, I think the Seattle Seahawks defense is really good, but I'm not a believer in Sam Darnold. So if there was a quarterback that I could see choking in his first playoff game, it's a guy like Sam Darnold. And his first playoff game won't be wild card weekend simply because they will have the first round bye. So again, a beautiful, beautiful scenario can behold us if we just handle business here. Bears lose to the Lions. We beat the Commanders. Eagles win wild card weekend. Eagles win wild card weekend at home in Philly. Seahawks come off their bye and lose to blah, blah, blah team, which means every other game, if we keep winning, will be in the city of brotherly love. And it only gets colder as this season goes on. So that wild card weekend is going to be a little cold. That divisional round will just be a little colder. And that NFC championship, it might be cold. I love it. I need it. We want it. We need it. We deserve it. Dan said, I wonder what Green Bay is thinking right now. I know the Niners don't want to play the Eagles. Kittle pretty much said it himself. After the Niners lost to the Seahawks, Kittle post-game presser said, go Cardinals. And he said go Cardinals because he wanted the Cardinals to beat the Rams so the Rams can still have a worse record and play against the Eagles or whatever. Kittle ain't want no smoke. George Kittle did not want no smoke. Jster said Mike will be Sam's second playoff game. I mean, he choked when he was with the Vikings. I remember the Sam Darnold-led Vikings had a good record, not the number 1 seed, or maybe they were the number 1 seed one year. Maybe that was in 2022. I can't really remember, but I know Sam Darnold is a choker. Mr. Taz said, Mike, stop capping. You know what KP calling the plays. We are not making it to the NFC Championship. We're one and done as long as he's calling plays. Did you not watch our defense, though? Listen, with a defense playing like the Eagles defense at home in the cold, anything is possible. They're going to hand the ball off to Chris Rodriguez. He goes up the left side, keeping the pile moving. They're not blowing it dead for him, though. Picks up like 3 or 4 yards as the legs kept moving. Blessed by God said, hey, Philly Mike and chat, go Birds. Let's get this win. That 2 seed up for grabs. I'm with you, blessed by God. And God bless the Eagles too. He's given us an opportunity for the 2nd seed. Let's go out there and take it. God, the football gods is giving us an opportunity to climb up to the 2nd seed. Let's take it. Ball up by the 38-yard line. They're going to motion Ben Sinnott. Fake the handoff. Now pitch it over to Debo. Debo trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's taken out of bounds by Joshua Uche. That brings up a 3rd down for this Commanders offense, and it's a long one. 3rd and 8. 5:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Commanders facing a big 3rd down. Anything is possible. You got to love KG. But here we go. Let's get it. Get the ball back to our offense. We go down and score. And just like that, the game is in our wrath. I don't even know what I'm saying. Need another shot. Here we go. Johnson, shotgun, takes a snap, pressure in his face. He throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Tipped up. Who? Oh, that was Mac McWilliams. The rookie Mac McWilliams on the coverage. Let me see that replay, because who touched it? All I know is Jeremiah Trotter Jr. shoot the gap so quick, dipped on the running back, and was about to crack Josh Johnson. Oh my God, it went right through Ringo's hands. Ringo had an opportunity for a pick and couldn't get it done. Punt team on the field for the Commanders. The kick is up, and it will be fair call. Nope. Covey got it with some room to run, and he's going to get blasted at the 27-yard line, which brings up a 1st down for the Eagles with 4:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. has showed great blitz in this game. There's been multiple times where he was in the face of Josh Johnson, making life difficult. Absolutely making life difficult. Sheesh. Again, this just shows you how well trained the Eagles defense is. We got backups out there who were struggling early in this game. But again, another little halftime adjustment by the one only great legendary Vic Fangio, and things change. We got our backups in. They were doing bad against starters. Fangio did a little halftime adjustment, and bada bang, bada boom. Or is the opposite? Bada boom, bada bang. Defense looked different. Commanders only had 1 punt. No, Commanders had 0 punts in the first half. 0 punts in the first half. 2 punts in the 3rd quarter. Can we talk about halftime adjustments being made defensively? This is why I can cheers with y'all. This is why I can celebrate with y'all. This is why I believe the Eagles can win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl, because I am with y'all when I say I am a nervous wreck about how the play calling will be week 1 or wild card weekend in the playoffs. But I believe in when a play needs to be made and the ball's in Saquon's hand, he's going to make it happen. When the play needs to be done and the ball's in Jalen Hurts' hands, whether it's a throw or pass, he'll get it. He'll make it happen. If Smitty got to climb the ladder, he'll make it happen. If AJ got to grab a ball that is poorly thrown because of pressure, he'll make it happen. And I think our offense will do just enough, because this defense is going to be violent. It is going to be scary. It is going to be terrifying. If the Eagles can score 17 plus, we're winning. No team scoring more than 17 on us in the playoffs. Tanner, shotgun, ball at the 27-yard line. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 3 seconds on the play clock. Tanner takes a snap. Has time. Going to dump it off to Calcaterra. And he gets bent backwards, but not before picking up 7 yards. Looks like Calcaterra's hurt. Prayers in the chat. I told you this Commander team has got nothing to lose. And this is why playing starters is rough, because that was somebody who was super important. That's a hip drop tackle. That is a illegal play. And guess who did it? Of course, it's Frankie Louvu. No, that's not Louvu. Bro, ain't no reason for you to tackle my man like that, dog. Just because you're not in the playoffs. Prayers in the chat for Grant Calcaterra. Let's go. Look like a hip drop tackle to me. Look like a hip drop tackle to me. Oh, shit. We sleepy out this mug right now. Four minutes and 38 seconds left for the third quarter. Prayers to our guy, Grant Calcaterra. Ken said no flag was thrown either. Shame. That's shameful. 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 Super shameful. Absolutely shameful. Let's see how many likes we got on here. How many likes we got on here? We got 285 people watching. How many likes do we got? Let's see if we can get it close to 250 on the like button. We got 208 likes. We need 42 more likes. Do we got MVPs in the chat? I believe we got MVPs in the chat. Hit the like button. We need 42 more people to do it. Let's go. Red CG 6578 said, shame on the refs. Let's play the shame for the refs. They can get it too.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Grant Calcaterra walking off on his own. He has 3 targets, 2 catches for 21 yards in a tub. Shout out my guy, John Newkirk. Shout out to all the channel members and everybody rocking with us. Here we go. It's going to be, look at Tanner's asking for the flag. Tanner's asking for the flag. But of course, no call. Shameful. Here we go. Tanner McKee under center. It's a 3rd down for the Eagles. Or 2nd and 4, I should say. They're going to hand it to Tank. Tank hit behind the line of scrimmage, but still finds a way to gain a half a yard. Or maybe a full yard. Sheesh. The blocking was so poor on that play. Tank had to go like 5 steps to get 1 yard. But he did it. Oh my God, what is going on? Is the Cardinals about to beat the Rams? Who the hell scared of the Rams? Who the hell scared of the Niners? Yo, bro. Well, listen, we're over here talking about our play calling being bad, and we're not happy about it. But the Bears are losing to the Lions. The Rams losing to the Cardinals. The Niners lost to the Seahawks. 3 points. Cooper's going to get the first down on the quick slant. And that is an Eagle first down. Again, I'm over here watching playoff teams fighting for certain seeding, getting cooked up on. We have to remember, this is our backups. We got literal guys playing their starters getting cooked. I'm ready for the playoffs. Quick pass to Covey. He got some blocking. Covey gets the first down and more. Ooh, shoestring tackled. He's upset. He knew he had a lot of room to run, but Covey still gets an Eagles. First down. Covey getting up a little hurt. Again, this is why it was important to rest the starters. I knew it. Y'all knew it. Our backups are way more qualified than other backups. Tank should be starting somewhere. Tanner probably will be starting somewhere next year. You know, Calcaterra can't block but can catch. John Dodson's going to get paid somewhere. Like, we got quality backups. Tanner, play action, stepping up in the pocket, pressure in the face, rolling to his right, caught, sliding catch. That is Kyle Granson, the backup tight end, for another Eagles first down. Shout out to my guy, Philly Take with RB in here. If you are a Sixers fan, I mean, there are a lot of Eagle fans who ain't Sixers fans, but if you are, go check out his channel. It's great. Tank up the right side, stiffs arm one guy, and goes for another Eagles first down. Tank Bigsby running like a grown man, and the link is getting loud. They're still wearing Kelly Green, and there's still an opportunity for something that matters. Normally, when it's week 18, week 18, starters being rested, it's a boring game, but the link is loud and proud because they know what's going on in Chicago and they see the Kelly Green being represented. Ball at the 23.5-yard line. Tanner hands it off. No, it's a fake. Rolling to his right, and he'll just throw this one away. Smart decision. Once again, Philly Take with RB said the only threat to the Eagles in the NFC is the Eagles. And that is really the perfect way to put it. We are our own big threat. And I'm not solely going to blame the coaching staff. That is numero uno. But the fact that we get dumb penalties, well, it's been cleaner as of late. But the penalties in the early part of the season are still second to the coaching staff play calling. Here we go. 2 rushes, 5 passes on this play. Tanner pumps. Now he's going to avoid a sack. Flags are coming out, and Tanner just throw this one away. Tanner was quick enough to get out of harm's way there. But once again, if you do rock with the Sixers, which, you know, I'm a Philly everything. Now, I don't watch much baseball, and I don't watch no hockey, but I claim Phillies, and I claim Flyers. I watch a little baseball. It's not that much. I like the Sixers too. I just don't got time to do it no more. But Philly Take with RB, go watch him. Does the live play-by-plays, everything, all day, every day. A lot of basketball games in the regular season, and he don't miss any. And he got a great Eagles channel too. Go check him out at A to Z Eagles, I think it is. A to Z Eagles. Type it in. All right, Papa, go ahead. I'm in the middle. Go. All right, not right now. Go. My 6-year-old coming here like he got all his stuff like I'm about to go play with him, taking all his Christmas. Look, got him a little bit too much. I'm glad that my 6-year-old has imagination and just don't want to sit on the iPad and all that. But he want to be playing like he plays with action figures and stuff like that still. Oh my God, the Bears come back, 16-0, but a nice strike. Caleb Williams to Jihad Walker. Sheesh. Let's see what happens over there. It should be 16-7, pending the extra point. Eagles got it at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 10. Tanner McKee under center. They're going to give it to Shipley. Shipley up the left side, and he'll fall forward for a gain of maybe 2.5, 3 yards. That brings up a 3rd down for the Eagles now. So the Kelly Green, the home crowd was rocking for a minute, but they silenced us a little bit. Oh, that's a face mask, dog. Rams took the lead on Arizona. I expected him to win. I was just making fun of him while I could make fun of him. Tyler Braswell said Rams scored. Respect. Just making fun of him while I had the opportunity to. Tanner dropping back, looking, firing. It's going to be, oh my goodness. Covey was open for a little bit, but number 0, I can't say his last name. I always make a mistake. broke on the ball really well and end up getting a nice PBU on that one. Sheesh, could have been almost picked off the way he broke on that ball. Jake Elliott got to make this field goal, though. Make it a 7-point ball game. Wow. He got there in the nick of time. Is it Missy Elliott or Jake the Make? Find out next. 39-yard attempt to the left hash. Snap, hold, kick, and it is right down the middle. Jake the Make is officially back. Let's go, Jakey Jake. Him being on a little kick and roll is big as well going into the playoffs. Especially if we're not big believers in play calling. We gonna need to get points. And points is points. You want 7, but you'll settle for 3 when your defense is playing that type of lights out defense. Dan said right down the middle. Bears got the 2-point conversion, 16-8. Oh boy. Don't tell me we're doing this for nothing. Don't tell me we're doing this for nothing. Joey Sav said, not gonna lie, I was white knuckling when Jake was kicking. I hear you. Mr. Taz said last week was bad conditions for Jake to be kicking in. With all that wind and rain, I ain't blaming him. All right. Philly Tress said VJ is helping the Sixers win. Flag and Canepo don't make the team better. They're still trash. Now, I mean, there's been a lot of good rookies this year. The Grizzlies got a good one too. I forgot his name, but there's a lot of rookies balling. But VJ just, I like it. I like it a lot. Simon said, I have the Eagles winning 27-17. Okay, so 10 more points we still get to see, according to Silman. Got to get it right in 2025. Said, don't let golf throw this game away, please. Yes. Listen, I need everybody in the chat right now to say something nice about the Lions real quick. I'm just kidding. We don't got to go all that far. Don't go that far. But hopefully the Lions keep their foot on the gas pedal. Keep it on the gas pedal, Lions. It's a division opponent. Like, why would you ever want to go out on a division opponent soft? Josh Johnson from the shotgun, ball to 35. Debo running around in circles in motion. Quick pass, caught by the tight end, number 87, and he'll take it forward for a Commanders first down. That is Bates with the catch and run. Ravon said 10-17, change your scoreboard. My scoreboard says 10-17. I don't know what's going on. Dan said, if I want to say something nice, they wear blue, my favorite color. Chaser said, let's go Lions. I want the Lions to win, says BMI. Commercial break. We come back. It will be a first down for the Commanders. It's still only a 7-point ball game. Third quarter is in the book. So when we come back, it will be the start of the fourth quarter. Will the Eagles be able to hold on? And more importantly, will the Lions be able to hold on? Find out on the next episode. It's like, no, we still here. Dang, y'all keep saying stuff like the defense for Chicago's just blew up Jared Goff. Come on, Lions. Lions, Eagles, and Bears. Oh, my. Lions and Eagles and Bears. Oh, my. Lions and Eagles and Bears. Oh, my. Like, come on. Let's see what transpires. What quarter is it? Is it third quarter or fourth quarter for the Lions game? What quarter? Mr. Taz said, my nice thing to say about the Lions is that no matter what, Dan Campbell is the definition of a fearless coach. I bet that Lion fans were upset when he went for it on the Eagles 5 or 6 times and got 0 of them, though. I bet they were upset with that. Bet they were upset with that. So far in the third quarter, or the second half, I should say, the Eagles defense has turned back. The second half adjustments were there. They played strong. They played tough, forcing back-to-back punts. The Commanders only had the ball 2 times in the third quarter, and they're going to start the fourth quarter with the ball. Keisha Harris said we just need to take care of business. The Eagles control their own destiny. I mean, in retrospect, yeah, because even if we don't get the 2 seed, we still control our own destiny. Just keep winning. But to have the 2 seed, we don't control our destiny in that scenario. We gonna need some help for that. Dan said it's so hard watching the Lions game, the Rams game, the Eagles game, the pod. But you know I gotta be. But I got the sound on, Mike. Hey, shout out to you, Brody. Here we go. Ball at the 45-yard line. Still in Washington territory. Bates in motion. They're going to hand the ball off to Jacory Merritt, and he's still moving the pile. He picks up 8 or 9 yards. What is going on? Calcaterra, is he back or is he going into the locker room? Oh, shoot. I'm tired today. Y'all keeping me sober for the Sunday going back to the real world. I ain't mad at it, I guess. It is a backup game, too. Kids are like, no, we back to school tomorrow. Here we go. 2nd and 2. Under center. They're going to hand it off to Jacory Merritt, and he gets the first down inside Eagles territory around the 43 or 44-yard line. First and 10. Touchdown ties this game, pending the extra point. As we know, Moody is not automatic. Ariel Mass with a $2 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
She said, we got this. Eagles never give up. I respect it and I like it. Johnson going to fake the handoff. Pressure in Johnson's face. He avoids it and is running for the first down, but will be taken down by Jahan Campbell. A little short. Let's see where they mark it. But a big time scramble from Josh Johnson changes the complexity of this drive, man, because his legs been good all game, low key. Not just this drive. I don't know why I'm only talking about this drive. Ariel just got 2 entries into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. Every Super Chat dollar gets you an entry. And again, according to everybody who put the entries into the January one, that will be drawn this week. Here we go. Ball inside Eagle territory, mark it at the 33. They're going to hand it off to Merritt. Merritt up the middle, and he'll pick up maybe 2, but enough for the first down. Enough for the first down. Clock ticking under 12 minutes and 30 seconds. It's a 7-point ball game. Commanders have 1 timeout remaining. The Eagles have 3. Sirianni on the sideline just walking around, spitting on the ground. Here we go. Jordan Davis on the sideline now. They might be trying to rest their guys that they did play a little bit. Here we go. Ball at the 30. Johnson changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Johnson, 3 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. Dropping back. Going for it all. And it's going to be incomplete. Try to hit Deebo Samuels. And that is the rookie Mac Oh, Lord, and the late flag comes in. Mac McWilliams was on the defense, but Sidney Brown was in the vicinity. Who's the flag on? McWilliams or Brown? They're going to call pass interference on the rookie, Mac McWilliams. The only thing I will say is he never turned his head around. He was watching Deebo Samuels in the slot, and he never got his head turned around. There wasn't really much contact at all. There was barely any contact, but he never got his head turned around. gunk, 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 gunk. These are the plays, though. Like we gave them two big plays off of pass interferences. They're going to hand it to Merritt, and he falls forward. It looks to be short. Our defense gave them the ball inside the 5 twice on pass interferences. One against Ja'Cory Bennett, the other one against Mac McWilliams. So, like, we keep allowing them to claw themselves back into the game. 2 50-yard passes, 2 45-yard passes, or 35-plus yard passes. Literally, PI. Johnson going to motion a big offensive lineman who's playing fullback. What the? Flag on the play. Maybe that backs him up a little bit. Might be false start. False start on the offense. Let's go. Shout out my guy, Tyler Braswell, with a $20 banger.
EAGLES Eagles!
I wish this was a happy shot. Instead, it's a, can we stop getting pass interference inside our 5-yard line? We just walking the Commanders down. Hey, Tyler, pour yours up too. Pour yours up too. Shout out my guy Tyler with the $20 banger. Let me hear it.
EAGLES Eagles!
My guy got straight to the point, didn't even say anything. Appreciate you, Brody. 20 entries into the jersey giveaway, you already know. Here we go. Johnson under center at the 5, off the false start. Quick pass, and here goes another PI. They tripped into each other. Maybe they call illegal contact. That's still going to get him at the 1. Bro, pass interference on Ja'Cory Bennett again. He has 3 in one game. Ja'Cory Bennett has 3 pass interferences in one game. 3. You can't make this shit up, dog. Like, Mac McWilliams has 1 pass interference, and he's a rookie. Ja'Cory Bennett was brought over here to actually be a possible starting outside corner. Guy got 3 of them in one game. They're going to motion. Hand the ball off to Merritt, and he's going to be hit behind the line, losing 2 or 3 yards. The Eagle defense, the line, is staying strong, staying tough to the culture. Everybody broke through. I'm talking about everybody. BY, Davis, the Vanilla Gorilla even broke through. Finally, the Vanilla Gorilla getting in on gets a half tackle, breaks through a little bit. Joshua Uche over there. Keely Ringo's over there. That brings up a 2nd and goal. Let's go. This Eagles defense, when we're not getting PIs, we're pretty good. Here we go. Ball at the 4-yard line. And the Commanders got to use their final timeout. That's, again, the lovely job of the Eagles' home fan base. A lovely job being loud, being proud, screaming, and the Commanders can't work the play clock. They can't even pay attention to the play clock. I told you, when the link is rocking, shit happens. Stuff happens. We got 4 pass interference and calls. No, 5, because Keely has 1. We had 5 PIs. 5 pass interference calls in one game. And that boy Ja'Cory Bennett got 3 of them. That's crazy, though. 2nd and goal at the 4. Johnson from the shotgun takes a snap. They're going to hand it off. Up the middle, Merritt goes, and he's going to be blasted by the likes of Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and company. That brings up a 3rd down. And I told you the link is popping. Trotter straight up the middle and neck right in between BY and Ajomo said, get up. Oh my God. He laid him out. He laid him out and dropped the X. And dropped the X. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. dropping the axe. Listen, if we ever need this guy to play, he's a good linebacker. He's just behind a lot of dogs. Trotter is a dog, though. Quick snap, 3rd and goal, pressure in his face, going deep, and it's caught touchdown. Bro, it was behind, of course, Jacorian Bennett and Sidney Brown. The tight end, John Bates. Campbell's upset, too, because he was in the vicinity. I don't know who was guarding Bates. Not sure who. It might have been Campbell. But they were all in the vicinity. Oh, that's Campbell's fault. Campbell and Brown. Campbell or Brown. That's disgusting.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And we got ourselves a tie ball game. And I'm kind of upset with Jahad Campbell, you know? I'm kind of upset. He keeps getting cooked on them same types of plays. Respectfully, Jahad Campbell is supposed to be a cover linebacker, right? He's not that great against the run, but his coverage skill is supposed to be good. And I know he's a rookie, so he has time. We saw great things from him early in the season. He will continue to grow. That is for sure. But he was low-key burnt last week on a 2-point conversion. Josh Allen just missed a guy. And then he gets burnt by somebody named John Bates.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's crazy. Blue saying shame, so I had to say it. Shout out to the 5 pass interference calls. That's crazy. 5 pass interferences, dog. 5. Jahad Campbell's one of the starters out there. I mean, he don't start now because Nakobe Dean is back like he never left. But Jahad Campbell has been a starter for half the year, and he's out there looking like the other guys. That's crazy. Still a lot of football left. 9:35 remaining. The Eagles have multiple timeouts, but here we are. Tie ball game with the Commander starters, Eagles backups. The Lions game is now tied. What the? Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Both games are tied. We were here at half, bro. To feel like you had, bro. All right, let me find the words. It's not over for both games. But to be up, I'm more worried about the Lions and Bears game now. Because, damn, like, how they going to just take it away from us? I'm thinking the Bears were cooked, and that was up to the Eagles to handle business and get the 2 seed. And now, as we low-key not handling business, the Bears are now tied with the Lions, you bum Lions. Shipley going to go all the way up to the 35, 36-yard line before he's taken down. And there's some words being said because he don't like how he grabbed his ankle. Oh, my God. They're just showing a touchdown now. There's 5 minutes and 25 seconds left. 16 unanswered. That means they got the 2 back-to-back. Not only did they score 2 late touchdowns, they got two 2-point conversions. That's crazy. Lions are trash. Covey in motion. Tanner under center. They're going to fake it to Tank, throw it to Kyle Granson, and he gets a chunk of change, maybe like 6 or 7 on first down. They're going to mark it as a 6-yard gain that brings up a 2nd and 4. Well, the good thing is both games are tied, and both the Eagles and Lions have the ball in their hand. Lions game is around 5 minutes. Eagles game is around 9 minutes. So we will know the finale to the Lions game before we know the finale of this Eagles. So please keep me posted about what's going on in the Lions game. Tanner, shotgun, fakes the handoff, has time, now rolling to his right and throws it away. So we always talk about why Hurts has to throw it away. Nobody's open. Tanner's in the game. He's throwing it away too because nobody is open. Here we go. 3rd and 4. McKee dropping back. Pressure in his face. He throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Tried to get it to Jahan Dotson, and he threw it behind him. Punt team coming on. 0 run plays. 0 run plays. 0 run plays. Bro. 0 run plays, dog. Like, what is going on? Kick is up from Braden Mann. And it'll be take an eagle bounce. Well, it'll be around the stop running, ref. Bro, up to the 18, 19-yard line. What the? Dan just said both teams about to face the 4th down. Eagles punt, but the Lions got it first. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm absolutely lost in the sauce. Shout out to Miss Blue Yum with a $2 super chat.
Eagles!
Shame 3 times. That is some BS, and the refs are beating us as well. If Blue want the shame, she gets the shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It is some BS. And even though the Eagles are beating themselves for the majority of this game, the referees are definitely making it harder. But I can't really blame the refs because I don't feel like they're bad calls. Like, for me to blame the refs, I would have to see the pass interference and not agree with them. And I low-key agree with all the pass interferences, especially with an X and especially, which is there's no X. Jacorian Bennett's, his PIs were like drinking Clorox. Like, bro, they're not even like semi-questionable. This man is just tackling guys in the mid routes, grabbing arms for days, just grabbing it with 2 hands and just tugging on it. Like, crazy. Mac McWilliams, if he gets his head turned around, it's probably not PI, but because he didn't get his head turned around, I can agree with the PI as well. And Keeley, he also tackled the receiver. So let's play it one more time, and hopefully this is the last time we hear shame the rest of this game.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I got to get a good stretch in for this last 8 minutes and 37 seconds. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Tied at 17. Dan said the Eagles need to step up here and go on a game-winning drive. A nice little 7-minute and 50-second drive. After we got to play defense first. Johnson fakes it to the running back. Dropping back. Going for a deep ball, and it's pass interference on Keely Ringo. 6 pass interferences, bro. Our DBs suck. Six pass interferences. One on McWilliams. Two on Ringo. Three on Bennett. Disgusting. They're going to hand the ball off to Rodriguez, and he gets the first down. Bro, that is disgusting. 6 PI calls. Bro, 6 PI calls in one game. I don't think I ever heard of that before. Well, they're in Eagle territory, almost in field goal range. They're going to take the snap, hand it off to Rodriguez, and he's going to get blasted by the Vanilla Gorilla, but he can't wrap up, and he picks up 2 or 3 more yards after he breaks the tackle. This is why wrapping up is important. Hey, yo, I still can't get over the fact that we got 6 PIs. If I'm the Commanders, I'm running at least one go route every play and just throwing it up. Just throw it up. Because our DBs don't even look for the ball. All we do is just tackle the receiver. Bro, don't play no defense. And we're going to be real hurt if we lose a corner in the playoffs. Prayers to God we don't. Here we go. Johnson dropping back, looking, firing, caught, wide open. Rodriguez, first down and more, inside the 20, down to the 13-yard line. That was a miscommunication here because he was just wide open.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Bro, wide open. That was a miscommunication on somebody's fault. I don't know whose because I didn't see the replay yet. And we won't see the replay. Is there 6:28 left to go in this quarter? The game, fourth quarter. Ball at the 14-yard line. Johnson under center. They've been in the red zone 3 times, scored twice. They're going to hand it off to Rodriguez, and he gets maybe 1 yard before he's met by a group of Eagles. It's going to bring up a second down. This is crazy. 6 PIs. And honestly, the Commanders never had a drive in which the Eagles didn't get a PI. Every single good drive that the Commanders have was started or finished by a PI. Here we go. Ball at the 13 and a half. They're going to hand the ball off to Merritt, and he'll get maybe 2 more yards on that play. And now I look at the chat, and they said that the Bears stopped the Detroit, picked off at the 1. Pretty Mimi said Hoff intercepted. Wow. Golf threw into quadruple coverage. Bro, I hate the Lions. They're disgusting. This is why they're not a playoff team. They deserve this. Trash-ass team. Johnson takes a snap, dropping back, has all the time in the world. Now rolling to his left. Johnson going to run. He's going to get tackled right at the first down marker, and he gets it. That's disgusting. Third down. You can at least hold them to a field goal there, but they get the first. Green Wingman with a $5 super chat. Don't know about you guys, but I'm going to get comfortable being the 3rd seed. Could be a blessing in disguise in the long run. I mean, it still could. If Seattle loses post bye week and Chicago loses first round, then we still have home field advantage throughout the whole thing. They're going to hand the ball off to Rodriguez, and he's going to be taken down at the half-yard line mark. So Jared Goff throws a pick, and the Eagles fold like laundry. Now, I hear you, Green Wingman, who just dropped a $5 super chat. It could be a look. The 2 seed would have mean us play the Packers. The Packers are beat down right now. But the 3 seed most likely means you play the Niners, who if you watched the Niners game last night, you can't be scared of them. But now if the Bears do win in the playoffs, somebody's going to have to go to Chicago instead of coming to Philly maybe. My whole thing about the 2 seed is this. I really do look at Sam Darnold and the Seahawks as a team that can come off the bye week and if they choke and lose in a divisional round, that means if the Eagles can get to the NFC Championship, it's in Philly. But if the Bears are still around and we're the 3 seed, then it will be in Chicago. Keisha Harris with a $5 super chat as well. Backup secondary either plays undisciplined or completely getting burnt. Pray for all players, but the secondary's first string must be made of steel. Yes, they cannot miss no time. 0 time. 2nd and goal at the 6. Johnson going to hand it off to Rodriguez. He's going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. That brings up a 3rd down. Can we get a stop? Can we force a field goal? But what Keisha Harris said there with the $5 super chat is super important. First off, I want to let y'all know that both Keisha and Green Wingman got $5, 5 entries into the jersey giveaway on February 1st. Hopefully celebrating a trip to the Super Bowl. That being said, the Eagles secondary, I'm talking about even a Dory Jackson, nobody can get hurt because of how bad this secondary is. Not named starters. They're going to fake the handoff. Johnson rolling out to his left, and he's going to walk in. The Commanders take a lead with 2:32 left, and the Eagles are letting Josh Johnson walk all over him. I feel like throwing up. And it's not because I'm tipsy. It's because this game and everything is just. I hear Green Wingman that it could be a blessing in disguise, but I'm just upset, dog, because it went from us doing our job and the Lions doing their job to both these teams not being able to do their damn job. (24-17). Eagles got time to go down and tie this up and go into overtime and do all the extra stuff, but are the Lions winning? Does it really even matter? John Winker Inc. with a $5 super chat. Appreciate the love and support.
EAGLES Eagles!
Gonna play it. I haven't played it for the last couple super chats, not because I'm mad at y'all, just mad at the team, but I thought maybe we can bring in some good juju real quick. As a Packer fan, I kind of wanted to see the Bears again in the playoffs. Pack died at the link last year. It gets boring going down the same way twice. A shout out to John, who got Eagle fans in his family. I believe some of his family members are Eagle fans. That's why he rocks with Philly Mike as well. But he's a Packer fan, probably the coolest Packer fan I know. And yeah, for sure. He's like, I don't want to play the Eagles. But, at this point, you might be right. Josh Choppa said Lions got the ball back. Josh Choppa said Lions got the ball back. Shout out to my guy, Josh Choppa. He's been, you just getting in here, my guy? I appreciate you for tuning in, though. You always show love to the channel. Today, you probably are watching the Lions and Bears game. Like, let me go check in on Philly Mike. Here we go. How much is left in that game? 1 minute? It's still tied? DJ V said, I can't wait to see the breakdown on certain plays tomorrow. Oh, yeah. We gonna drop a video tomorrow for sure. We are dropping a video tomorrow for show. 1 minute remains in the Lions game. Yo, yeah, see, if we were winning this game, I would turn the Lions game on and call that last drive. Browning said Ringo and Bennett should never start again. It's sad. Quick pass from Tanner to Shipley. He got the first down and more. Shipley outrunning Frankie Louvu to the sideline, picks up the first and more. Goes out of bounds, so the clock stops at 2:26. The Eagles have plenty of time. We have 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning, and good starting field position after that first down catch and run. So we're in good shape here to tie the game up. Ball at the 47-yard line. Tanner dropping back, going to set up a screen for Shipley. Shipley going to dodge, make one man miss, but not the second, as he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock counting down, 2:15, 14, 13, 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and the Tanner McKee gets a playoff. Tanner rolling to his right and throws it away. But now it's incomplete, so the clock would have stopped anyways. That was a busted play. Busted play right there. Shout out to Rico Hearn with a $5 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
It's okay though, bro. Sitting the starters was good because we could beat anyone, anywhere, anytime. Starters' health was way more important than seeding. Oh, I agree. And I'm not saying me being upset that the Commanders are beating us is not me saying I wanted the starters in. Me being upset that the Commanders are beating us is me still blaming some of the play calling and also saying, bro, ain't no way the Commanders are still better than our backups. I thought that this team, with the quality backups on offense, the amount of starters that will play on defense, and the defense backups in general, will be able to get the job done. But I agree. If we go into the playoffs as the 3rd seed, draw the Niners, and have a full healthy squad, it is worth it. The Niners are still a warm weather team. They're going to come to the Link wildcard weekend and get mollywopped. CJ Garner-Johnson is hurt. Prayers in the chat for CJ GJ. Prayers in the chat. It's not even the game that we're watching, but we got love for CJ. We got love for all NFL players. Drop it in the chat. Prayers in the chat. Simple and plain. T. Nichols said, y'all chill. We not risking our starters for this game. Next game is much more important. I absolutely agree with you. Ringo and Bennett combined for 5 of our 6 PI calls. That is crazy. I ain't never watched a game where I ain't never see a team get 6 pass interferences, dog. 6. Like, that is a lot. And you can't make that up. That is crazy. $40 seconds left. Detroit going for the win. Let's go. Jim Link in the building. Let's go. We still got to come back and win, though, too. I feel like I got no more energy for what's going on in these games. All right, well, the Eagles got the ball at the 46-yard line, still in Philly territory, and it is a 3rd down. Tanner dropping back, looking, firing, caught. First down and more. Jahan Dotson with a big-time play. Tanner McKee to number 2, Dotson. And so just like that, the Eagles are now in Washington territory with a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Shoot, I ain't even mad at going for 2. Pull Buffalo's playbook out on us. Don't do the same play, but Buffalo strategy. You score this touchdown, you go for two and a kill. Imagine we the seating, all the seating comes down to is a 2-point conversion. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Tanner dropping back inside Washington territory, avoids the first guy trying to sack him and throws the ball away. My guy Josh Choppa said, where'd it go? He said, been locked in and watching the Birds and the Bears game. I thought we had the 2C locked at halftime. Shout out to Josh Choppa. Well, I should never, ever doubt my guy Josh Choppa. Always showing love. And yeah, I thought we had the 2C locked up too. But spooky out here. It's spooky out here. Shout out to Keisha Harris with a $5 super chat.
Eagles.
Real quick, 2nd and 10. Shipley in motion. Tanner going to do a pass quickly to Kyle Granson, and he picks up a chunk of chains, bringing it close to a first down. Keisha Harris said how we needed to see this for more than one reason. If to get an adequate backup in the secondary and O-line is worth it. I'm good with whoever. I like that. Tanner, 3rd and 3, going for it all, and overthrows out of bounds Darius Cooper. So it was 3rd and 3, and we went for a go route. Now it's 4th and 3, and the game is on the line. But shout out to Keisha Harris for pointing out that now we know for a fact how we are. We are not deep at all in the secondary. We're deep on D-line, deep on linebackers. But our corner and safety, we got no depth. None. Zero. Scary. Shout out to my guy, John Wickerman. As Tanner going for 4th and 3, and he overthrew Kyle Granson. I thought they were going to call timeout or something to think about it. Oh, no, you can't use a timeout. But, wow. So, I mean, Kyle Granson was open. Tanner overthrew him. Let me look at this again because I wasn't paying attention. And the Lions beat the Bears. And we just choked. On 3rd and 3, we go for a go route. On 4th and 3, we can't complete it to Kyle Granson. And he was open. John Newkirk with a $20 super chat. I need this super shot right now. Ringo needs to go with Patullo. I hope for our Super Bowl win, no matter where we're at. We gonna hope and pray for a Super Bowl win, no matter where we're at too. But Ringo and Patullo, a lot of people can go in this game right now. Sheesh. You ain't never lie though, John Wickerman. They're gonna hand the ball off to Rodriguez, and he gets maybe 3 or 4. Oh my God. He breaks tackles. Should have been tackled only 3 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. Picked up 6 or 7. I like what John Wickerman did say at the end, though. I have hope for our Super Bowl no matter where we are at. Oh my God, Granson was open. Now they're finally showing the replay. Kyle Granson ran a beautiful route. Tanner McKee overthrew him. Tanner McKee missed a open guy for the game. If Jalen Hurts missed the open guy to lose the game, he'd be getting roasted. Got to put that same respect in for Tanner. He was open. They're going to hand the ball off, and BG shuts him down. That brings up a 3rd down, another timeout. The Eagles might have another opportunity. It will be a tougher opportunity, but another opportunity. But I swear to you, Granson ran a real sick route. Was open, had at least 3 yards of separation. And Tanner let the ball sail. And the pocket was clean. Clean pocket, a passing quarterback. I like Tanner. I don't want to poo-poo on Tanner. But I just got to give that same energy for everybody who wants me to give that energy to Hurts. Shout out to John Wickerman, though. 2nd super chat of the day. Tyler Braswell for most super chats of the day, $20 bangers at least. And let's take this because I need it. The Lions win last second. And now the Eagles are fighting for their lives. Handoff, and he's not going to get it. 3rd and 4. Brings up 4th down. Eagles can stop the clock again. So we're going to get another opportunity here. We're going to get another opportunity here. Yo, could you imagine if Nick Sirianni just put Jalen Hurts and the starters in for this last drive? I'm kidding. I wouldn't do it. That'd be crazy, though. Smitty did get 1K in the first quarter. He got 1,008 yards. 4th and 2, and here comes the punt team. Here we go. Minute and 4 seconds left. Return the punt. Covey, imagine Covey returns this punt. The 2 seed is right there in front of us. The Lions beat the Bears with a walk-off field goal. And we literally had an opportunity to just... Woosah. Kick is up. It's a big one. Oh, Covey got some room. Covey spinning. Covey. Oh, he's running to the 28-yard line. Almost had a heart attack right there. Almost had a heart attack right there. Washington Commanders content creator Ed Oliver just texted me. I don't even want to read it in case he's spoiling it. I shouldn't be behind. I'm watching on cable TV. This is a crazy game. I just can't believe Tanner McKee missed my guy open. We would have been in field goal. We would have been in inside their territory already. Tanner dropping back, looking, firing, behind Covey. Come on, Tanner, settle down. You throw that ball in front of Covey, he picks up 7, 8 yards and gets out of bounds. Smitty did break 1K in this game. Here we go. Tanner dropping back. Has time. Rolling to his right. And Tanner's going to throw it away. Barely get it thrown away. Red Vapor with a $2 super chat said, I have zero confidence in Patullo. I mean, you ain't lying.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You ain't lying. Tanner, he's out of the pocket. What are we talking about? Oh my, even wait. I can't believe the Lions got the job done. Here we go. Tanner on 3rd and 10. Stepping up, and he's going to be sacked. McKee playing like a McNugget. Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
4th and 18. McKee playing like a McNugget. McNugget dropping back. Stepping up. McNugget going for a deep ball. McNugget just threw it away. Yeah, his name is McNugget from now on. That whole Tanner McKee is a really good second backup string again. He's just cooked. He got beat by Josh Johnson, the 3rd stringer. Red Vapor with a $2 super chat. The play calls aren't giving TK anytime. I mean, I listen, I still agree with you and everybody who's downplaying, who's talking trash about the play calling. I agree. But on 3rd and 3, hey, Red Vapor, I always love your super chats, any of your comments. I love the way you think, my guy. But I ain't going to cap. Push came to shove. Play calling bad. Okay. But when the play call is good, you got to take advantage of it. And on 3rd and 3, Granson had 3 yards of separation and he overthrew him. And so he locked in. The Eagles will take on the Niners. The 49ers. I do like that matchup, though. Shout out to Keisha Harris with a $2 super chat. Remember, I said we control our own destiny. We did. And we controlled it right into the 3rd seed, which is against the Niners. The San Francisco warm body Niners will come to Philly the 2nd week of January for a win or go home game, which is every game in the playoffs. Playoffs? D-Ho should never come down to one play, Mike. You're non-athletic. Yeah. Theo Barrick said, I never played football. I never played anything athletic. Nothing should come down to one play. Duh. But Theo, you are quick to give any bad pass Jalen Hurts does criticism. Tanner threw a pick and missed people multiple times in this game. But the biggest problem was 6 pass interference. Duh. Theo, if I remember you correctly before you changed your name, I think I know who you are. Like, I think you came on it. Bro, we not talking about unathletic, not knowing sports. All right? We not doing it. You ain't doing it. You not doing it for sure. For damn sure. You heard? Out of here. Tanner McKay didn't lose us this game. But where he would have been better than Hurts, people say he wasn't. He missed people who were open, and he threw a pick. But again, 6 pass interferences. Every drive that the Commanders scored on was gifted them by a backup secondary that can't hold nothing. Tanner also did not have no time. He's playing with the backup offensive line. He's getting rushed here, rushed there, rushed there. You got to protect Tanner for Tanner to play his style game. But again, you just super defending Tanner because you are one of the biggest Jalen Hurts hater. So we just giving that same thing. And I did. And I do get upset with Hurts when he's playing bad. But he's still QB1. And I know for damn sure QB1 would have won this game. Now, of course, QB1 would have had O-line 1 and wide receiver 1 and 2 and all of that. I understand it. But Tanner went out there and beat the Giants last year. Tanner beat the starting players for the Giants, who is just as bad as the starting players for the Commanders. Couldn't get it done. All I'm going to say is this. All right, let me end it this way. Who had the better game, Josh Johnson or Tanner McKay? Who had the better game? Josh Johnson, a 3rd-string quarterback, or Tanner McKay? And I love Tanner McKay. But he got to get some smoke. Because again, what I want from my quarterback is no matter what happened in the game, good, bad, ugly, sad. And this is a trait that Jalen Hurts has that not many people have. You could have been great during the game, but not at the end. Or you could have been bad at the game, in the whole game, and still bad at the end. One thing Jalen Hurts does, whether he's great in the first half or horrible in the first half, when he needs to make that game-winning play, he makes it. So again, we're going to get off that whole thing. Shout out to Rico Hearn with a $5 super chat. I honestly want San Fran. We still need to get our get back from 2 years ago. I still remember all that BS Bosa was talking. I hate them as much as Dallas. The Niners, in the last couple years, with how they played us, how we beat them and they beat us, there's definitely some animosity there. They don't like us. And that Niners defense is not good. They have a lot of injuries. No Fred Warner, no Bosa. They got an injury in the secondary. So I'm cool. Look, I wanted a 2 seed because it's a better chance to possibly get in more home games if it's not a possibility. You get more home games if the 1 seed flakes. And I don't trust the quarterback for the 1 seed. All that being said, being matched up against the Niners would be my second favorite. I'd rather be playing the Niners than the Rams. Am I scared of the Rams? No. But I'd much rather play the Niners. So I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't like them. And we ready for them in Philly. Jim Link with a $2 super chat. Patula will be fired after the Super Bowl. Wait. Patula will be fired after San Fran beats our sorry asses. If we get beat by San Fran, then there's a lot that we got to break down. Because again, we just saw San Fran go out there in a game that could have gave them the 1 seed and score 3 points. In a game where San Fran could have won a division and got the 1 seed, they scored 3 points. 3 points. We talking about our offense being bad. In a must-win, in a game they needed to win, they put out 3 points. Now, shout out to that 12th man over there in Seattle and that defense. But still, 3 points is 3 points. Even in the Eagles' worst games, we didn't score only 3 points. Shout out to Brown Fig with a $2 super chat. Tanner, Ringo, and Bennett played like crap. Definitely Ringo and Bennett, as they combined, 2 players combining for 5 PIs. 6 in total, but 2 players combining for 5 PIs. All PIs setting up touchdown or field goal plays. Tanner didn't play good down the stretch. I'm not going to be so hard on him because I don't think he solely lost us the game. But a lot of people thought that if he comes in, it's Jalen's fault. Put Tanner in and it's fixed. It's proven. Proven it's not. They're showing the Chargers game. I don't even know why it's 19-3 with 16 seconds left. But I got to show it anyways. But Jamie Jolly with a $5 super chat. Our backups look horrible. Ringo needs to be cut. He's horrible. Nick needs smoke as well. We could have had the 2nd seed. Yeah. Now he'll be asked multiple times if resting the starters were the best decision. I still think yes, simply because we're healthy now. John Newkirk said 6 PIs doesn't help. Yes. I can't blame one player on offense when a defense is giving up 6 pass interference calls. I don't think I ever seen a game where my defense gave up 6 PIs. And that brings me back to Keisha Harris's point. Man, oh man. Listen, I don't want no Eagles to get injured. But if we do get just say it's a quarter or a half or a game injury. I don't want nobody to be out for any amount of time. But if somebody on the D-line gets hurt for 1 game, we could survive. If one of our linebackers get hurt for 1 game, we could survive. Somebody on the O-line gets hurt, we could survive. A receiver, we could probably survive. The one spot we cannot survive if an injury happens is the secondary. It was proven today. If we have to play Bennett, Ringo, or any one of them, we're in big trouble. If we have to play anybody not named Quinn, Coop, Reed, Adoree', and Adoree's name will be respected, at least for this whole week. For this whole week, I am going to treat Adoree' with respect. Because, man, oh, man. We used to really want Jacorian Bennett in the game type shit, dog. Huey Small with a $5 super chat. Huey said, can we please get off Tanner's jock trap? Now he's a backup for a reason. Tired of people saying Tanner is better than Hurts. Yeah, that was my whole thing. I don't want to give Tanner too much smoke, but he did. But they were acting like this offense. And again, he's not playing with AJ and all that. I understand it. But Tanner made backup mistakes. Tanner missed guys open. Yeah, it's the Commander starters, but they're injured too. That's a 4-win team for a reason. It was a 4-win team. So, we got to get off. Tanner is a quality backup. Can he come in and win you games? Yes, we saw it last year against the Cowboys and the Giants. This year, not so much. Would I like to trade him for a good draft pick if someone wants him? Yes. Would I like to keep him as a backup? Yes. But the whole him over Jalen? Yeah. No. Nee. No. Hell no. Shout out to Ratchet 20 G's with a $5 super chat. Keely Ringo gotta go, bro. Him and Sidney Brown need to play special teams only. We talked about this in week 3. That's so true. The shit we were talking about in week 3, it's reared its ugly head week 18. And again, we know that Keely Ringo is not going to touch the field on defense unless we are injured somewhere. And so again, a small injury on the D line and the linebackers, we can survive, but we cannot survive an injury in the secondary at all. You cannot have Brown, Ringo, or Bennett on the field, or they will attack. Could you imagine Purdy and Shanahan seeing Ringo or Bennett on there? They gonna go right at him. Sean McVay and Stafford, they gonna go right at him. Darnold and JSN, they gonna go right at him. Or no, who's the head coach for the Seahawks? I forgot. Rough one out there. But the Eagles are in the playoffs. The next time we're live for the play-by-play, we be talking legit playoff football in Philly against a team that we can use, that we can get our get back on. Because I don't like the Niners either, like my guy Rico said. We will have a video out tomorrow. We will talk about the good and bad. I'm gonna rewatch the game a little bit, do all the things I normally do, but more importantly, I'm going to really watch more of the Niners, not just that game and all that, and really give my take, because it's gonna be all about Niners, and what we can do to help prevent KP for not running the ball on 3rd and 1 out of 3. That wasn't Tanner McKee's fault either. So Tanner had to deal with the same play caller that Jalen did. And was like, Tanner probably like, bro, you really don't want to run it? They called a timeout and still didn't run it. This shit hurts, dog. Hurts not so good. But I am going to watch this Steelers-Ravens game. I know it has nothing to do with us because it's in the AFC, but this is like a low-key a playoff game. The Steelers versus the Ravens is the first playoff game before the playoffs. Well, actually, the Bucks and Panthers game was the first playoff game before a playoff game. Bears-Lions had playoff implications, but if the Steelers win, they're in, and the Ravens are home. If the Ravens win, they're in, and the Steelers are home. And it will be without DK Metcalf because he tried to smack a Lions fan. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. Sheesh. Got to get right so the Eagles get a favorable matchup. San Fran is sweet, no pass rush, and they coming off a real physical game where they got beat up for real. That's facts. All facts said there. I like the matchup. I wanted a 2 seed to possibly have a better chance of getting all through the playoffs in Philly, but I can't complain about the matchup. I'd rather play the Niners over the Rams. So my best scenario was 2 seed, home field advantage. If the Seahawks lose any game, and you get to play the Packers, who are beat up too. But I'm glad the Rams won versus the Cardinals, which made our 3 seed stay playing the Niners. No Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, I know. They got Jawan Jennings, Kittle, Kendrick Bourne, and Demarcus Robinson to throw the ball to. Oh, CMC as well. But yeah, they said, we got this. We gonna beat the Niners next week. And then we gonna have to talk about some other stuff. But I don't know. I can get with it. Again, playing the Niners at home in the wild card round, that is not a bad matchup at all. I actually like it too. So for as much as I wanted a 2 seed, I'm understanding with the 3 seed and where we sit. Mama E said, low key, we've been playing better on the road, so I don't mind the 3 seed. But I would like to play. There's 2 teams I want to play at home: Rams and Niners, because they're both LA teams. And if we had to go to any of their homes, which we wouldn't anyways, because they're both they're both wild card teams. But having the Rams and Niners come to your crib is fun. With that being said, expect a video from me out tomorrow. Probably around 1 o'clock-ish. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe a little early, maybe a little later. Dan Philly with channel member chat. Been a channel member for 3 months. I know you've been busy, but check your email tomorrow. I got you, bro. Like I said, tomorrow I get back to the real world and I can focus on what I need to focus on. All, stuff. My content, my job, and just back to straight and narrow. With all that being said, I love y'all to death. Shout out Mama E. Shout out Keisha Harris. Arrow Mass said, ran into an old sportscaster for the Bears wanting to play the Eagles. He said it. It don't matter. We're still in the playoffs. They might have wanted it, but right now it is literally. So next week, the NFC matchups: Eagles, Niners, Bears, Packers, and Rams, Buccaneers. You want to do a little quick thing on that? I got the Eagles beating the Niners, the Rams beating the Bucks, and the Bears beating the Packers. If that happens, Rams will go to Seattle. Eagles will go to Chicago. And then I would have hoped that the Rams beat Seattle. We beat Chicago. And we can host the playoff NFC Championship game. And then the Eagles play the Broncos. And we get back and beat them. Tub, running back. I love y'all to death. We'll go through week by week by week. We're not going to skip it like that. I'm just playing with y'all. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. I love y'all to death. Make sure you listen. I will be dropping videos all week, but more importantly, I'm going to be going live a couple times. There's going to be days where I drop a video around 12 or drop a video in the early part of the day and then go live around 6, 7, or 8 at night. So we're going to be going live and videos this week. Make sure your notification bells hit so you can come through in the lives. We'll have the giveaways come through the videos in the lives. So just pay attention to this week. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. I love y'all to death.